What's up, everybody? Welcome to Patreon. Let's get into it, okay? I think this is the most interesting Bachelor news in the history of the show.
Oh, it's amazing.
For those of you who don't know, one of the Bachelors, he was the Bachelor,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Colton
Yes.
just came out as gay,
Yes.
okay? Mark pointed out earlier. What did you point out earlier, Mark?
So when he went on The Bachelor, he was advertised as the first virgin bachelor.
Male to female virgin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of virgin?
Yeah, what kind of? Nobody asked what kind of, right?
Yeah.
So he was getting fucking pounded, and then he went on The Bachelor. And here's the thing. I think they can sue him.
Whoa.
I think the women on the show can sue him.
Okay.
Walk us through it.
Defrauded them. This is fraud. You gave up your life.
But
you gave up your job. You knew you were gay. You knew you liked cocks, right? You did. It's not like you went on that show and didn't know you liked cocks. You knew you liked cocks. You were watching Chris Harrison walk out to give his announcements every single day and just saliva dripping from your lips. You knew you liked dicks, and then you went on the show where you're supposed to get married.
Yeah.
You defrauded all these women and wasted their fucking time.
Yeah.
And you defrauded the show.
Yeah.
I think you can get sued.
Now, you're assuming a lot of these girls have jobs, which...
Fuck, you're right. Was it an older season where like there were like real women on it?
No. This is like 2.5, 3 years ago. This is the season my girl started watching. And then that's when I watched the end.
That girl,
Tasha.
Tasha, she was one of his top 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. No comment. No, no comment. Shouts to Tasha. She charismatic. You know what I'm saying? She
got a lot of charismas.
A lot of charisma. Dap it up like a homie, but a lot of charisma. I'm just saying. I feel like if you know you're gay, which you do. I mean, people
Yes.
know they're gay at a young age. If you were going to The Bachelor at 12, that's not your fault.
Yes.
He's 20 something. How old was he when he went on The Bachelor? Do you guys know?
Nah, I'm not sure.
If he's 30, he got to go to jail.
He's 29 right now.
He's 29, so
About
that was
26, 27 on the show. He knew he was gay.
you knew you were gay, bro. You've definitely hooked up with guys, most likely.
He was an NFL player or something like that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he played for the Chargers and the
You
Eagles.
saw them hot-ass dudes walking around?
This
Guarantee you knew you were gay, bro.
guy, bro. This guy. Come on, bro.
Yo, you knew, dog.
Oh, no. You know what his position was?
Don't. Tight
Tight
end?
end?
Yeah.
Not anymore. Wait a minute. Okay, so the football thing actually makes me feel a little bit bad for him because maybe he was suppressing it so much because he was in sports
Okay.
that like he didn't even know it. And if the second he got out of sports, he was free to kind of explore his sexuality.
Or maybe he just thought, I'm just going to have to live this lie because he was in such a probably like masculine whatever environment. He's like, I just can't be gay ever openly.
Son, can I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah.
If you were
I
having
am
this-
your gay consult.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
if
Akaash
you
will
had this
answer.
internal battle, right?
Yes.
With your sexuality.
Yes.
What type of sociopath would you have to be to go on a dating show in front of the whole world to meet your wife?
He probably thought he'd fix it.
Marcus.
He probably
Marcus.
He still thinks you can do that.
Mark.
That's what he thought.
Converting?
Like,
Are
just
you
go to
converting?
camp.
That's what it is.
I didn't catch it at first. That's so true.
That's what he was.
There's still time.
That's probably what he was thinking. He's like self-loathing gay. He hates that he's gay. He's on
Yep.
this football team. He's like, man, all these masculine guys. Like, I wish I was more masculine. Probably having this identity crisis. And he goes, what's gonna fix it? Dating 24 women. And then didn't.
Banging none of them.
And banging none.
No, I think he did. He did fantasy suites.
But fantasy suites doesn't
he
mean you
didn't.
crack
Yeah,
cheeks.
That's right. He didn't.
Oh wait, you know for a fact that he didn't. You watched
Yeah,
the
yeah,
series.
no, it was like a thing where like fantasy suite you normally hook up, and then
Did he get sucked off?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Like Chris Harrison?
Didn't maybe by Chris?
You think he did that one time holding the rose, and he was like, Chris. And everyone's like, what? He's like, I mean, Christina. Is there a Christina here?
I'm just saying, I think there's reason for Americans and Bachelor fans to be upset.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
were
for sure.
misled.
Absolutely.
You're not acting on the show, even though we know it's bullshit and you're acting. You're not supposed to be acting.
He dated a girl after for years.
Yeah, he dated Allie Reisman, the gymnast.
Oh, he like these strong ones, bro.
Raceman? I forgot.
Yeah, I remember her. I remember her.
Yeah.
Gold medalist, bro.
Yeah, she a beast.
Yeah, she was a beast. Okay.
I know.
What?
No.
What? What
That
did
was
Dub
just the
say?
thing, you know, where I always say the person's Indian if they're Indian. Dub did that for
Jews.
Hebes, for Bruce.
Yeah. Especially anyone that's a Jewish athlete. I'm just kidding.
you gotta.
Gotta give it.
Edelman.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, am I looking at this wrong? You don't think he should be in prison for this? Like, the guy lied to America, bro. Like, he's a liar. Like, he lied.
He is a liar. He's a con
liar.
artist.
He's a con artist. And he wasted these girls' time. I think that's super disrespectful.
It is disrespectful to waste a girl's time. Like
Can't be
that.
wasting these girls' time, bro.
You know how mad you are if you date a girl for a couple years and then break up with her and she's like, you wasted my time?
wasted my
He did that
time.
with 24 women.
I tell that to these girls. When I was single, I was dating these 30-year-old girls. I'd be like, bitch, don't waste your time, bitch. Why would you waste your time with me? You know how long it's going to take me to settle down?
Wait, so then are the statute of limitations up for you then?
For what?
If you were wasting time intentionally.
But he told them.
I
up front.
told them. I
That's
said,
the
why are you
difference.
wasting your time? 100%. I've been on this podcast talking about it.
No, no, son.
What do you mean?
You really, every girl you were dating, you're like, hey, you're wasting your time dating me, but keep fucking me?
No, I'd stop. I'd stop dating if they were older.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, listen, I don't see this going any further. I like hanging out with you. It's fun. Like, we could hook up, but I don't see it going any further. And I understand that, like, time right now is valuable for you. And I don't want to be the person who wastes your time. And I was fucking terrified the first time I said that to a girl. And she literally looked at me and she was like, thank you. She said, "Thank." I was like, "What?"
It's treated like a
'cause she-
college graduation.
I was terrified, dude, because I was the biggest coward. Like, I don't want to hurt someone's feelings, so I would just lie to them and all this
Same.
kind of shit.
60 eggs left. That's what she got. Is she 30? 60 eggs left. I'm going to waste multiple eggs on this fucking guy. Got no intention of doing anything with him.
Oh, that's
Did you do like a ceremony or anything?
Yeah,
like
I did a little
like
ceremony.
a college graduation. Like
It wasn't like a college graduation. I didn't really give her a rose. It was it was just the stem. All the petals had already fallen out.
Some Geritol.
But yeah, apparently they like that, and I bet you Ali Reisman would like to get those years back, and probably some other years for you know. That was a rough one. That was rough, bro. Not as rough as what she went through, but that was a very rough joke that was referencing that, and absolutely horrible. What is it, Larry Nadler? You're not claiming him, are you?
Nasser?
Nasser?
Not one of ours.
Yeah, right. Nasser?
Not one of ours. Believe me, I Googled that back then.
He's keeping tabs, dude.
You got it.
you guys have a
you got
Google just for your little directory.
Look, we got
Google?
enough in the arsenal. We didn't need him. That one was dark.
Okay, so
I think the way that it would have been better is had he came out on the show midway through the season.
y'all bitches making me gay.
That's what I was thinking.
Dude, one fantasy. How do you say it?
Profanity.
For him,
One
Fanny.
fantasy. One fanny. One fantasy suite, and he's out the game.
But
Dude.
how far would it be if he came out?
ran with the
mid-season,
fantasy, dog.
They swap out all the chicks with dudes, and they go finish it up.
Oh,
Or if they just do a
that
mixture.
would
What if
be-
he came out as bi and he's
Oh,
like, all right,
they're gonna do that.
Let's
They're
go
gonna do that.
50-50.
That's what they should do. They're getting all this like, liberal backlash. You just
Yeah.
got to have a bisexual bachelor.
They
Dudes
tried that
and
with
chicks.
Tila Tequila. Remember on MTV, she had that dating show. They had half
yeah.
dudes, half chicks.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
But only dudes would put up with that. Like, chicks aren't gonna put up with like the guy that she's trying to like date and marry just getting fucking railed, right? Like, oh, how was your date with Timothy yesterday?
Good, walking a little funny, but it was
Yeah,
good.
my esophagus is a little more hollow than it was yesterday, right? I mean, think about it, dude. If any girl, you think any girl would put up with that?
No.
She has to be bi too.
Even then, I don't. I bet a bi
Even
girl
then, no.
would look at a bi girl like, I'm not dating this fucking simp. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
100%. Yo, yeah. I think I even tried to do a joke about it, but about how girls are way more homophobic.
Yeah.
Way more homophobic.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they just hang out with gays, so they think they're not. But the second we get all gay, then it's
Yeah.
a problem. You know what I mean? Why can't I be gay? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I be gay with my friends? I just want to do gay ass shit with my friends. What that little kid say?
I just
Wanna do
want to
hood
do
rat
that
stuff?
stuff with my
I just
friends.
want to do hood rat stuff
It's
with my
fun
friends.
to do bad things.
Yeah. But
It is.
you think that's true? You think like
That's so
a girl
profound,
would rather
dog.
her boyfriend cheat on her with a girl than a guy?
100%. Because
Yes.
now you get cheated on, and your boy's a fucking soft serve little guy.
Think about the girl who won.
Yeah, what?
The girl who won and now he's gay is like, yo, I made this guy gay.
You got picked by a flamingo, bitch. You shouldn't even be excited about that. You thought you won the season. You lost.
I know.
You're the most dude of all the chicks. If you lost that season, this is the best news ever. Thank God he got rid of me first.
Check in the mirror every day, see what her Adam's apple looking like. She must be protruding a bit.
Tasha got second in that season.
I think so, yeah.
And then who won?
Cassie.
Yeah.
Cassie.
Cassidy?
What she look like? Just 6'3".
Yeah. Cassie
210.
Randolph.
Yeah.
Speech pathologist.
Speech that
Yeah.
do you think he just called her Randolph? He was like, yo, Randy, Randy, what we doing this weekend?
Maybe he was trying to get her to fix his lisp.
Does he have a lisp?
No, but she's a speech pathologist, so.
Did you just fuck up the word?
Wait,
karma.
I didn't meth it up.
Son, when Dennis said that Dustin Poirier blinks with his ears, bro. son, I still laugh at that shit. Anyway,
Yeah, he was so funny. Dude.
in conclusion, yo, so what do we do with this person? You can't celebrate him for coming out like this.
No, it's fucked what he did.
It's fucked what he did. It's
Think
cruel.
how devastated these girls were for years that they weren't good enough for him. Turns out no woman was good enough for him.
Well-
they've been fucking with his self-esteem for years, his gay ass. That's what gay dudes do. They just making straight women feel bad about themselves.
Oh my, I thought they make them feel good about
I don't know.
themselves.
I'm trying to make something out of nothing. I realized I had nothing midway through my sentence.
So
Trying
did
to
the
finish it
producers
off.
of that season
Trying
of The Bachelor. Just like, fuck it. Just get out there and pick one of these bitches, bro. Is it that hard? Is it really that hard? You're going to break up anyway. What? Yeah.
But the thing with Colton, though, is that he fell out of favor with the whole, like, Bachelor Nation or whatever.
Because gay dudes mad high maintenance, bro.
Why?
We
why
got half a gay guy and he high maintenance.
Yeah, but it's great. This place is clean.
Yeah.
Like, he
Yeah,
came
it's
in
true.
here.
It's
Like, he
true.
saw straws on the ground. We don't even see that.
I get compliments in the morning.
You know how people who are like colorblind, like they don't even really realize it.
Yeah.
Like that's how we are with like dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and then he comes in here just in full color HD. Just like, why are there bottle caps everywhere? Like, and the place gets cleaned.
I didn't even
it's
see
nice
the
to
bottle
have you.
caps. I didn't even see him. But yeah,
Okay.
basically in the end of 2020, September 2020, the girl, Cassie Randolph, filed a restraining order against him, alleging that he stalked her outside of her apartment in LA and that he sent her harassing text messages under an anonymous number and installed a tracking device underneath her car. So she got a temporary restraining order from him in an October hearing.
Whoa.
So he fell out of favor with Bachelor Nation. The question is he just pulling a full Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he's not gay, but he's flipping the gay shit in order to get out of this assault case or harassment case.
Maybe.
Get back good PR. It's a good PR move to be
That's
gay.
a smart move right there.
Yo, son, going gay?
Nah, that's a smart move right there.
Why?
Because he can always flip it back. But right now,
Can
it's
you
like,
come back from gay? I mean that sincerely.
Yeah,
If you told me that you were
Who?
gay for
Who's
an
come
extended
back from
period
gay?
of
it's
time,
different. I'm different though.
Who's
You said that we're fabulous. I'm different.
I'm different.
he's born gay? Who's
What?
gone gay and then said no, I'm not, and then married? What guy has been gay and then married a girl? I've never heard of this. Girls can do it.
Think about it, but I'm pretty sure it's been done.
Tequila, tequila.
girls can do it because we're way more forgiving. We're way less homophobic than girls.
Yeah.
Girls are so homophobic that they would never allow that to happen. We're so open-minded and progressive that we'll let you, les it up for a little bit, and then we'll bring you back on.
Yeah.
It's fine. You went through that. You were exploring. You were trying to find yourself. We're okay with that.
Guys are so progressive, they'd allow an open relationship if it was just with girls.
No, I don't do that shit. Cut that shit out, bro. Keep
You know those guys are
keep
like,
them dikes off my lawn. Keep them dikes off of my lawn. Okay?
Off my lawn.
Come on, bro. You got a whole roller skating team of dikes all over your lawn every single Thursday or whenever they roller skate?
What if it's the pretty ones though?
Say what?
The pretty ones.
They're not lesbians, bro. Come on. They just dated
That's what I'm
Latinos.
saying. So what if it's those? You wouldn't let those fly?
Wait, explain. They just dated Latinos real quick.
They were just in a relationship with a guy that was like, sucked or whatever. So then they're like lesbians for a little
I
bit.
need you to spell it out for everybody
Yeah,
else.
like every Hispanic woman when she turns like 43 is gay.
43.
Yeah, like 43 years old, every Hispanic woman goes gay. But in all seriousness, I had a couple lesbians that would take care of me when I was younger. Lesbian Latins.
Okay.
They all had kids. All these older older Latin chicks all got kids. And then they find lesbianism late in life.
Yeah.
It's only so much dating Puerto Ricans you can do.
So they got so
only
much.
so much.
So they
It's
got
only
so
so
much
much.
Latino pride that instead of like dating a white guy, they're like, I'll just date a Latino woman.
Yep. I think they understand the struggle.
Yeah, they're about that life.
They
bro.
understand that struggle. They understand what's going on. They come together and they just can't deal with it. They're emotional creatures, man.
But they're
so
also
loving.
militant and they're about it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that means that they have to be dating a Latina.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case.
Well, if it's not a Puerto Rican man, it's nobody. That's what they're saying. I will only date Latin men. I'm not exploring these other races. You know what I mean? A nice old white guy, gray hair, he'll take care of you. They could do that, but they're like, nah, I'm sticking with Latin dudes only. And if it's not that, then it's a woman.
Well, you got a good point. Maybe there's something to these Latin dudes.
I'm telling you, bro. Latin women got ethnic pride. I won't date other men interracially. I would rather date a woman.
I don't know if I buy
Dr.
that 100%.
Umar will be proud of them, yo.
I'm with you on this, but I'm not with you on this at all.
I can't believe you took it as seriously as you did. I went with you on Colton should be in jail.
I think he broke the law.
Yeah, and he would love it.
I think he broke the
He
law.
defrauded people out of no money.
He would
And
love.
He
He would love
actually
jail.
made these
Can we
girls
be honest?
tons
That
of
would
money.
be his ideal bachelor. Like if you really think about it, we put Colton in jail, we videotape it, and then it's the season he's always dreamed of.
He's out of the closet for sure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So Al, you don't believe it? You don't think that he's actually gay? You think he's just doing this for protection?
Yeah.
But he just can't come back.
It doesn't matter. Like, nobody's checking for him anyway. I don't know anything about The Bachelor. I wouldn't know this dude.
I've
so
seen
he's gonna
more
meet some
dudes
girl.
come back from AIDS than come back from gay. Magic Johnson had AIDS, don't anymore.
Yo,
I never seen a guy be gay and then not anymore.
Crazy. Can you come back from gay? What is easier to come back from, AIDS or gay?
It's clearly AIDS. There's
Holy
precedent for
shit.
AIDS.
Son, Ryan Seacrest's been gay for 30 years.
But he's never
not
been gay.
He's not been gay.
He's never.
been gay. Like, y'all gotta stop it
We
with
can
this
speculate,
bullshit.
but if they confirm it and they say I'm gay, they can't come back to I'm
That's
not
the
gay
thing.
anymore.
Mario Lopez been gay.
No,
for
no,
years.
no.
Gay on the low, that's
too
different. Gay on the
pretty.
low is you. That's fine.
Okay.
No big deal. That's everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can be gay.
Yeah, being
You
gay,
can't be gay.
deep down,
Yo,
but openly gay,
you
no coming back.
You can't even be straight. Say you're gay, even if you don't do nothing. You can't come back from that. I mean, like, you didn't take any dicks. There are motherfuckers that are on the low with their gay, never came out as gay, took crazy dicks. They don't have anything to come back from. You don't take a single dick, but you say you're gay. I don't know if you can come back from that, bro.
I think he comes back from it. I think so.
You think Doogie Howser's really gay, bro?
I don't know.
He's really gay.
What's that guy's name?
Neil
Doogie
Patrick
Howser.
Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Patrick Harris.
Your mom is met your mom or whatever.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. You think he's really gay, bro?
Yeah, he's a little.
I don't think so.
He's a little too skinny.
I don't think so.
Wait, what?
When you're a little too skinny, gay.
You mean like AIDS skinny? What's going on here?
Nah, he's just a little too skinny.
Yeah, fix that, Doogie Howser. He got out of that season quick. Right? We didn't have to do no HIV epidemic during Doogie Howser. Come here, little 16-year-old. Can you take some cum out of this guy's butt? Patreon, what up? Y'all awake? Y'all awake? We putting gay dudes in jail and we're using Doogie Howser for his intended purpose. Okay? We don't care anymore. Coinbase just went to IPO. We're going to be billionaires.
Yo, I gotta invest in that to bring it up.
Akaash been staring at his phone.
Trying to buy it right now, bro.
You be the most annoyed with that shit. It's like, yo, I gotta get in, and just will say the shit for weeks. So you can get in.
Yeah, Colton. Oh, Colton ass motherfucker. Like,
Hey.
do your thing, bro.
You ain't seen my
Hop
Coinbase,
in,
baby.
son.
My shit is popping. My
Get
shit
in.
is popping.
Nah, this shit is
I don't
kinda
want to make you feel
popping.
bad about yourself, Schulz, but my shit is popping.
This shit is kind of popping,
You
bro.
are making him feel bad about
Yeah,
it.
you are making me feel bad about
Why
myself.
are you saying you're trying not to when you obviously are?
Yeah, your intended purpose would make me feel bad about myself.
No,
bro.
it's just to get off the heat for me. That's get out of the spin cycle is all.
Fuck, well, you spun
was
me
good.
into that shit. Now I'm feeling bad about my shit. I'm about to go all in on Bitcoin, even though it's at an all-time high.
Go on that Bitcoin, bro.
Son, when that shit is in the red, I'm like, it's over for Bitcoin. I ain't
He
putting no
sold
money
it.
in this
He
shit.
sold all his Bitcoin,
I ain't
bro.
putting no money. Yeah, exactly. I put none money. That shit went up to 60. I was like, ha! That shit gonna come down to like 56. I put some money in. That shit is 64. I was like, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking
It
idiot.
went down to like
Keep trying to do Mark's little stupid ass strategy where every Monday you
I've been
put a little
doing
money in.
that.
I've been thinking about
And then
it.
I asked him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'd put $20 in." And it's like, you don't sit your gas down. You're colting ass.
I
with
put
$20.
10 cents in a day, bro.
Bro, every Monday that
He
should
feeds
go
his
up.
Coinbase like a fucking Somalian kid.
10 cents a day, you could become a
10
Dogecoin
cents ain't
millionaire.
nothing. We need to pick a different day. Mondays is when it's green. Mondays is green. Every Monday is green.
That's true.
I've been tracking it.
Wednesdays, Thursdays, they do tend to go down
Wednesday,
a bit.
Thursday it goes down.
Yeah.
Because people spend all their crypto on
remember-
Monday, Tuesday.
They're going to the store, buying stuff with crypto.
Yeah, they were getting all crypto crazy, bro. And then by Thursday, they got to be a little bit more crypto conservative.
I remember the crypto, like Bitcoin went a little bit below what I paid for it.
I've been waiting.
Yeah. And then he texted me, Bitcoin is down, all caps.
I want Akaash to get so rich from Bitcoin. Bro.
I know, it's fucking killing me, bro.
We might just have to start a GoFundMe just to make Akaash a multimillionaire.
Oh,
We're gonna start a GoFundMe to make Akaash
I'm into
20
this.
millionaire.
I'm not against
Just to
I'm not
annoy
against
Andrew.
Akaash being a multimillionaire. I want this. This is the plan.
No, I want him to
I'm
be...
against him doing something to make more money than me where he
Yeah.
doesn't have to do anything. That's what I'm against.
That's what I want for Akaash. I want him
That
to have
drives me crazy.
the same
I'm
amount of money as you
listen,
plus $1. That's what I
I'm
want.
against. No, this is what I'm against. I'm against his risk tolerance being higher than mine.
What'd you say?
Risk tolerance. Sorry, risk.
This is a little Colton.
Yeah, I sound like I said risk tolerance. Like, but I'm against his risk tolerance being so much higher than mine, and then him profiting off of it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
You are one of the least risk-averse people I know.
Wait, what is least risk averse?
You're willing to take risks.
I do take risks, but not with this crypto shit, bro.
You're risk on yourself. You'll bet on yourself.
Yeah, because I can't control the crypto.
Yeah, you a control freak.
If I was to control the crypto, if I was the Bitcoin miner, if I was out there mining, bro, son, forget it for all of us, bro. Forget it for if I was mining, bro.
What do you
I
think
tried to
mining
start.
is?
I tried to mine.
start mining.
I
too.
did try to start mining, bro.
You think it's like an electric bike or something?
No, you got to answer math problems. I just pull up SAT. I was like, I guess I'm doing crypto mining today, bro. And let me tell you, not that much mining, not that much gold came out.
Oh no.
But that's it. That's all it is, Mark. You just got to answer some questions, bro.
All right.
Question.
6 times 12.
Oh my god.
Oh my, hold on. 6
144. What do you say? 140 squared is what he
240. I
asked.
said 240.
All right. 6
Yeah,
times 12. Who's got it?
72.
72, bro.
Wow. 72.
Akaash gets or Dove gets the
Doug,
coin.
it's 72, bro. Everybody knows
Dove
that.
just got that coin. You just lost out on that coin.
So stupid. These guys are so dumb. Ask another question, bro.
All right. 7 times 20.
140.
240.
Akaash just got that coin too, bro. You're down 2 coins right now.
Okay, go. I always throw 2 in front, and then I gotta take that away. That's my problem.
I mean, I answered 140 so fast. I feel like I should just let that sit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
you
know what I
answer
mean?
that shit quick.
Like he started the one before he even finished the last word. Like
I was looking at my computer.
All right, go. One more question.
All right.
Let me redeem myself.
144
Oh God.
divided by 3.
36. No, it's 48. It's 48.
Oh, you got a coin.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Got
You know how I
got it
did
wrong.
that shit?
I got it wrong.
How did you guys do that?
The multiply it.
Interesting.
still doing it.
No, you do 50 times 3 and then
Yeah, I did
subtract
150 divided by 3
Oh, that
minus-
makes more sense.
would be 50, and then take 2 off each one.
You smart, son.
I do, bro. This is what I do. I'm out here mining,
You need to
bro.
redeem yourself.
That's why he a crypto cowboy.
You
All
need to redeem
right. All right.
I'm not a crypto cowboy, but I'm gonna put some crypto in the second it goes low.
See, it's so fun because either Akaash is going to become the richest person I've ever met or Andrew's going to lose all his money.
I can't be the richest, dog.
Yeah,
'cause I got in too late.
There's no negative, really. There really is no negative right here.
But also,
either
Andrew's
way.
maybe it's an age thing. Like he's thinking, like, wow, my parents did get a place in the East Village 40 years ago, and real estate seems like a nice thing.
No,
it was
Andrew's
to
big
you
on real estate.
2 months ago, Akaash, and now
Really?
crypto.
Yo, I was about to buy a full ass condo in Miami. This is how little I give a fuck about risk. With just like I had a hunch. I didn't do any research. And I talked to my homie, and he was like, "Yeah, if you do your research, real estate's a good investment." I was like, "What's to research? People are moving to Miami." I did my research. I
Brunch
lived
spots all around here. It's
Yeah, it was not a good investment. Luckily, my girl was like, "You can't fucking do this. This is retarded." But I just be whatever. I got a hunch. Let's go.
See, my girl's the opposite, bro. She be getting emotionally attached to shit, and then when I don't do it, she think I'm pussy. That should be driving me crazy, bro. You know what I mean? And I don't have the heart to be like, why? Listen, you decide you want shit, and you don't think about 10 years down the line when we still got a fucking golden doodle that's driving me crazy. It has diarrhea every goddamn week and we don't know why.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Oh my God.
Fuck!
Oh my God.
That was real.
I love that shit.
You know what I'm fucking saying?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Think I'm hesitant about buying a Manhattan apartment. Fucking golden doodles you can't sell. You can't sell them.
The resale on Golden Doodles is trash, bro.
Yes, it is.
The
I've looked
MSRP.
into it.
Yeah. Once you drive it off the lot, it's
I try to NFT it. I try to sell my dog as an NFT, and I say I'll give you a real version as well. 2 for 2.
You know what? I'll get on your golden doodle.
You want it, bro?
I believe in Sabi.
Do you want it?
I'm long on Sabi.
Is this why you hate gold so much, bro? It's like, fuck gold. I'm buying silver. I'm buying Bitcoin. Everything gold is evil. Fuck Midas, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I bet a silverback gorilla would be nice and low maintenance.
Yeah. Not diarrhea every goddamn day.
Just don't do this. That's it.
Son, how does dog got diarrhea every week, bro?
Yeah.
How does dog got diarrhea every
Unstoppable
week, bro?
when it comes
How
to
you got
food,
a
dog.
designer dog with problems? I
Son,
thought the
With designer
Ferrari,
food,
bro.
by the
It's
way,
a
the
Ferrari.
food is
We gotta
premium.
get
You gotta
rid of
take the
it.
Ferrari to the shop every week. That's how it works.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't get a Ferrari, bro.
No, the old Ferrari.
Ferrari
A new
of dogs.
Ferrari is not in the shop every week. It works.
I don't know about all that. All I'm trying to say is that this golden doodle has diarrhea nonstop, bro. And I take it out, and every time it bends over to shit, I pray. I'm like, please, God, no, I have no fucking diarrhea.
The funniest video Dub ever sent me
Oh my
is
God.
you walking your dog in the rain.
so stupid.
It's just you from behind,
Yeah.
and it's fucking flooding on you, and you're just waiting for your dog to take a shit. And you can tell Andrew's miserable.
High shoulders.
Yeah, he's just all high-shouldered, and miserable Andrew is so funny. It's so funny. And I can see you from the back, and I can tell how miserable you are. And that video still gives me joy. We should put it on the page.
That's gonna be me walking away from the Coinbase IPO when you made $1 billion fucking dollars.
Oh my goodness.
So why is your dog shitting everywhere, bro?
I don't fucking know, bro.
I don't
if
know,
it's
but for
stress.
some
I
reason
don't
the
know
poop
what it is.
always has grass in it.
Yeah,
He eats
but
grass.
grass they eat because they need to. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. Stop doing diarrhea, bro. Like, yo, no.
No.
Obviously, every time it has diarrhea, I look and I go, no. Like, hey, no. I've called your sister's a dog expert. She's been very helpful.
What'd she say?
I don't be listening, bro. I don't be listening.
You put the
Probably
phone
why that
on
bitch still
speaker.
got diarrhea, bro. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, we just put the phone on speaker. You got a responsible person with you. That's good.
Did you
Yeah.
play it for the dog? Yo, Sabi, listen to this.
This is
But I give the dog the food. We got to stop giving it this farmer's dog. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that food is fucked up. But then again, you're a dog. You're supposed to be able to eat anything. They eat out the garbage. They eat anything off the street. Like, what is this diarrhea? You shouldn't have diarrhea.
Yeah,
if
but
you're a
you'd
dog.
assume they don't be shitting everywhere.
Huh?
Dogs be shitting everywhere. That's what they do.
You can shit everywhere.
If they
It just
eat
has to be
everything.
hard.
yeah.
If they eat everything, though, like if my dog eats wild shit, he's gonna.
I
I
guess
know he's
that's
gonna
a
have
good
diarrhea.
point. That's a good point. Like the street dogs probably have diarrhea.
Yeah.
Probably.
We're not just looking after for their diarrhea. Yeah, that's true. All I'm trying to say is that it's stressful, bro. It's
I don't look at golden doodles the same in the streets anymore. I'm like, wild one, but you have the wild one.
I have a wild, but we trained her. I mean, she trained up.
I found the ill trainer out here. If you want to,
Who do you got? I got to go in too.
this guy named Bark Busters.
Why does your dog need
company.
a trainer?
Yeah, just
Son.
pick that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't be here. Yank,
Yeah.
and then put it
Just
somewhere
flick
else.
it, bro. Like,
Yeah, your dog is 2 pounds, bro. You
My
don't have a
dog-
dog, bro. Be honest. You don't have a dog.
Yo, wash your mouth. Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Wash your mouth. I'm finna have 2 dogs. All right, you keep talking.
You want 3, bro? I'll give you Cookie 2, man. I'll throw him in for the deal. I'll literally make a deal right now. I'll give you both of these dogs and a
I'm
fucking
done.
heartbeat.
100%.
You want
done.
the dog, bro?
Done.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Hold on.
He's done.
Hold on. I got a text. I got to text my girl.
Okay,
She's
it's
not
done.
going to want to give up this dog.
I know.
I would.
Oh, because it'd be so much better if it goes to Akaash.
Wow.
He's gonna pretend to love it so much, bro. He's gonna be posting about it all the time. You gotta get the Instagram too. Get the Instagram.
I'll give up the handle. I'll give up the handle. I'll give
Keep
up the
Cookie.
handle.
Give me the handle.
I'm not keeping Cookie. I'm not. The other day she started. Oh boy, this is crazy. The other day I was sleeping and I heard Cookie like this. Cookie goes, and I literally in my head, my first reaction was like, "Please let this bitch be dying. Please let this bitch be dying. She's 11 or 12 years old. It's time."
Andrew's not used to anything more high maintenance than him. It's driving him fucking crazy.
I can't have this. I'm high maintenance enough.
Your girl is an angel, dog.
I need to
my
hear that
God.
right now. Keep telling me. Keep telling me.
Man.
But have you not considered just trying to put the dog out of his misery?
Whoa, yo, chill.
Just
dog.
on your own?
Chill, son.
Have you not considered trying to
Cookie
just,
don't look that unhappy. Oh, she do be dragging her.
Like, what,
Yo,
is that crazy?
Mark
talking
truly
about?
does not care about
That's what
animals.
my dad
Hold
did.
on now. Hold on. Let me hear him out.
That's my point.
Let me hear him out. You might have an idea or two.
My dad did this with our dog.
What'd he do?
Our dog Ricky. Okay, he was an old mutt, and when he got one time he fell asleep in front of the door, and we couldn't open the door because he fell asleep in front of the. And
He
so,
said it's enough for him.
and so we didn't do laundry for like a day because he fell asleep in front of the door, and just literally we thought he was dead. And then eventually he woke up, and then my dad took him in the car, and then drove him to a parking lot and shot him in the head.
Oh,
Okay, no, that's
That's
not-
definitely a false story. You know what's weird? The only reason I don't believe it from this Floridian is I was like, nah, you just shoot him in the backyard. That's the only reason he said parking lot. I was like, oh, it's a lie.
No, he
But
took him to a
backyard?
vet, got the dog euthanized. But as soon as he was like, yeah, it's an old dog, he's tired, let's just get rid of him. So that's what my dad did. That's how you deal with dogs, right?
Yeah, but my dog is none of those things, bro. It's a young
he's the
dog.
least
It
tired.
No, not Sabi.
Oh, Cookie?
Yeah.
I know, man. Just Cookie is.
She just got allergies, bro.
You know what I do sometimes, and this
That's
is just
true.
between us and everybody listening, is that my girl don't know about this. Sometimes I try to feed her to the iguanas. So like, if we got a bunch of iguanas on the property, right? I'll be like, Cookie, time to go out, and then I'll just let her go out, and then I'll just see, who's gonna do what. And little pussy ass iguanas run away from her ass, man. She starts barking, and they fucking jump in the water.
They're also vegetarians.
What? What? Iguanas?
Iguanas?
Are they really?
They believe in animal rights?
They're PETA.
I didn't know that.
I think they eat
I
plants
thought
and
they
shit.
eat fish. I thought that's what they eat. They're lizards.
Iguanas eat fish?
They're in the water fishing.
Iguanas in the water like that?
Yo, do fish?
Whoa.
Technically,
Yeah, that's kind of fire.
right?
Oh, shit.
Fish are the best fishermen.
Oh, yo.
No,
Well, I don't know if they're the
they're
best.
vegetarians.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, yes, so far. But
Now, do you know that because you know lizard people?
I used to have an iguana. We'd feed it plants.
Oh, yeah,
Never
they're
anything else.
herbivores.
Smuggled it from Mexico. I may have caused the
You were a lizard kid?
The outbreak.
When you were younger?
I just some guy walked up on the street in Cabo, and I was a kid. $20 for an iguana. Smuggled it in a little disposable
Container.
camera box back to America. They weren't checking us.
Just fucking disgusting.
You were a
Just
lizard
disgusting.
kid, dude. That's wild.
So, guys, be careful what you get. Long-term investments, you have to be careful. Also, I just want to let everybody know, I'm telling everybody this on Patreon first. My dear friend, and this is one of my best friends in the whole world. I love this kid, Laurent. If you ever see me at a fancy restaurant, it's because Laurent probably hooked it up. He has ventured out. Also, if you ever got rejected from going to a nightclub in New York, it's probably Laurent as well. He used to run all the nightclubs in the city, and but he's going out on his own. He started a jerky company. It's not just beef jerky. They have chicken. They have beef. They have pineapple. This pineapple party jerky is fucking unbelievable. It's called Jerk Your Meat. Laurent is not paying me to do this. This is my brother. This is my brother. We went to high school together. You've heard me tell stories about him on this podcast. We are supporting this company, and we are taking this shit to the top. Jerk Your Meat. I love this kid. I have no part in this company whatsoever, even though Dove really wants us to.
Because it's great.
I want nothing but for his success, and Asshole Army would mean so much to me if you go and you order this jerky. If you're into jerky, if you just want to try it, if you don't like jerky, get this pineapple party jerky. It's fucking amazing. If you maybe have tried it from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, this is honestly 10 times better. Unbelievable. Go check it out. Tons of different options. Jerkyourmeat.com.
That's a great name.
You can get 20% off your order if you use the promo code Flagrant. So we said that we would support him. We're going to continue to support him. We'll support him in the main episode. But yo, go tell him you love him. Go tell him, wish him best of luck with it, man. And he's a great kid, and he's a very loyal, dear friend. And I want to put some support behind him. So if you guys can, that would mean the world to me.
And you say that he makes it, right?
He makes it himself.
That's crazy.
He is in there. He's in the kitchen cooking, and this has been a long process, like of getting all the certifications and everything, so that you can actually sell food. Because not anybody can just go, hey, I'm gonna package and sell food. So finally, he's done it. He's ready to go, take it to market, and I want us to fucking blow it.
Get him enough sales to get him on Shark Tank, and then be like, nah.
Yeah, say no.
Yeah, that's the move.
No, dude. Anyway, yeah. So we'll have him on maybe one of these days, and we'll tell some funny stories from back in the day. But he's a great guy. Okay, what else we got going on today, guys?
We got Johnson & Johnson vaccine going crazy.
Oh yeah. This is really funny because Mark has been waiting for this.
Thank God, bro. Finally, you guys.
The vaccine was working too well, and Mark was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, bro." And
Really
then
gonna have to get it.
I knew Johnson & Johnson wasn't ready.
Yo, son.
Yeah, that one shot.
They got a real history, too, of being, like, shady and, like, their baby powder's killing people. Like, this is a
that's
fucked company.
Yeah, they don't really do their due diligence, huh?
They don't do shit. My girl did, like, an internship there in college or something, like, and they were, like, they weren't even allowed to manufacture product or something. Something
Wait,
like they
did
had
she
some.
or did she not?
She was a co-op in her business program where you would work, but not like in the factory, like on the other side.
Yeah.
But they weren't even allowed to manufacture products for like 6 months because they had so many violations of some kind. And then they had this big celebration when they could finally start like reopening or something like that, something to that effect. And she's just told me for years, she's like, this company fucking sucks. Don't trust them for shit.
3.9 billion in talc settlements.
Yeah.
For like their baby powder shit.
When your baby powder is killing people or giving people cancer, that sounds like such a fucking like lizard people thing. Like, no, baby powder not giving people fucking cancer. Their shit was giving people cancer.
But also, that's the thing with these lawsuits, though, is that it's like a drop in the bucket. Like,
Because they've made $10 billion on it.
yeah, so, all right. Like, we
I
don't
think if
wanna
they
give
had
away money,
any
but-
kind of evidence that this person was wrong, their lawyers would just win out. $4 billion's a lot.
Yeah.
And also, they're not paying that. They have insurance providers that pay all those
Yeah.
premiums, or they're paying premiums so they don't have to pay when those lawsuits happen. There was a really funny Chris Scopo joke. Chris Scopo is a buddy of ours.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
city. Did you see his
Yeah,
joke?
yeah.
He goes, says, I don't want to butcher it, but I posted my story the other day, but something like, are you really going to trust a vaccine from the guy who owns the Jets?
That's so good.
It's like they were 2-14 last year. A couple other tags. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really interesting thing because this is what the vaccine conspiracy theorists want, right? They want justification for not wanting to take it.
Right.
So where do we go from here? Like, I thought that all the vaccines were the same. Why would they not be the same?
Well, this one is one shot. So it's not the mRNA thing that, like Alex Jones was saying, the mRNA, that's what fucks up your DNA, I think. This is a different one. It's only one shot. It doesn't have to be cooled in stored in these crazy cold temperatures, I'm pretty sure. Like, the one shot is not as high maintenance, essentially, as the two shot.
Gotcha.
But actually, a part of the reason we got vaccinated early is my girl was like, yo, Johnson & Johnson, I'm not trusting that shit. Let's get it before that's even an option. And I was just like, fine, I guess. I don't know how shitty. I kind of believe you Johnson & Johnson is shitty. But, like, it clearly sucks, dude. From the beginning, it was like 64% effective. And we were all just like, what? We're putting this out here in the wild for people?
50-50.
Yeah.
Coin flip.
That's crazy.
And everybody's like, yeah, it's still more effective than the flu shot. This ain't the flu. The flu is not a pandemic shutting down the country, the world. This is a different thing. I don't want your flu shot. Suck my dick. Get that out of here. AstraZeneca, where you at?
yeah.
Fucking bums. What you been doing this whole time?
Yeah.
So just to clarify, the vaccines that we have now are Moderna,
And Pfizer.
Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson.
Right.
AstraZeneca is...
It's another pharmaceutical company that was developing, I believe, a one shot. And then somehow it just never passed the...
So that one never came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's
Mark,
going to be in Europe, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. So, Mark, what do you think the repercussions of this?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the conspiracy people are going to go crazy, but it's also like a low number of people that have been like, confirmed.
Women?
So like, it's still like a big deal to them. Like it's their lives. Like I don't know if any of them died or
Out
not.
of 7
Plotting.
million.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, they died?
No, I don't know if they did. But I don't know what their long-term like health repercussions are. So I don't want to minimize
Clotting issues, I
yeah,
believe.
rare
only
clot
10, only 10 people have blah blah blah. Like it's 10 people's real lives, but it is only 10 people in 7 million shots or whatever.
Okay, so
Those are the confirmed ones. There might have been more.
yeah, like in what other case are you giving so many people one thing at the same time so that you actually see data that's like, oh, shoot.
I understand the stakes for the vaccine are a little bit higher, but like, not everybody got their fashion merch, So like a certain amount of shit gets lost in the mail.
You know
right?
what? To your point and to what Mark was saying, if you get any medicine, there's always that thing of side effects may include, and it's this horrendous shit, and you're willing to do that for Allegra. You know what I mean? I got allergies. I'll put up with the potential side effects. If you had a Johnson & Johnson vaccine commercial and there were like side effects could include blah, 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 blah. In rare cases, blood clots have formed. You would still be like, yeah, sure, I'll take the vaccine though. You know what I mean? So to y'all's point, maybe it's not as big of a deal as we're making it out to be.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting what the repercussions are, and it's also I think it'll expose an interesting thing with like vaccine lawsuits. So like as everyone, because historically you couldn't sue for like vaccine side effects. So if you got a vaccine and got injured from it, like you didn't really have a ton of like legal repercussions. But as more and more people are getting vaccinated, and if there's people that are getting side effects from it, there actually might be.
And they're being required to vaccinate.
Yeah, exactly. There might be legal and like more legal ramifications.
So what is the legal recourse to a mandatory medical procedure, right? Like for kids to go to school, you have to have your vaccinations.
Yes.
Let's say one of these vaccinations does something to your child, right? You can't sue, but your kid was forced to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand, like...
So I actually wonder if it'll benefit people, because I think like this is where people get all fucked up with the vaccine stuff, is like there are side effects to any medication.
Yes.
And even though the medication is good, the side effects could be bad, and some people are getting injured from vaccines. But because there's immunity from lawsuits for vaccines, people go like, what's happening legally? Why is there protection against these companies?
Yeah. And
there might be an actual reason to protect the companies, but then people are like, oh no, there's no side effects. Vaccines are perfectly safe. And it's like, why are you saying they're perfectly safe if there's some side effects, blah, blah, blah. So I think actually having mandated vaccines for everyone could potentially change the legal future of it, which actually might make it more equitable and make people less conspiratorial.
So the interesting thing about this is that, like, and I'm not a very big fan of a litigious culture, but a litigious culture does often lend itself to a safer product. Now, sometimes the product becomes so safe that you can't even put it out. Right. Or there's so many fucking building laws and regulations, whatever, that you can't even really functionally live there. Like you're always kind of doing something illegal. And it makes society hard. But there is a protection from putting out some bullshit and just jabbing it into people's veins. If Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, these companies knew that they were going to get sued if this vaccine didn't work well, then they're going to be extra scrutinizing with the process of making the vaccine.
But then the vaccine never comes out.
Potentially they don't bring it out.
Exactly. Or, now here's the other check to it. The vaccine never comes out, now we're fucked. The other check is these are publicly traded companies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you might not get sued directly, but the net worth of your company could drop so drastically if people were dying from the vaccine that check right there, the free market is in a way is making you protect your brand and therefore making the best product.
That would require that there's media attention to whatever the
Which it would, in this case there would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think especially with a vaccine that's this popular.
Yeah, exactly. Which is to my point, like I think that because it's so widespread now, like there's going to be more focus and attention on it, and it could actually change people's behavior towards like vaccine and vaccine liability.
The thing with the COVID vaccine, the government passed the PrEP Act, which gives all these companies total immunity from getting sued for the COVID vaccine because they had to be rushed out.
Because they'd probably go, hey, it's not worth it for us to rush this out, because if we could get sued, I mean, there are going to be issues with this thing. So they go, hey, we'll give you the protection because people need to get it. And if, a higher percentage of people are fucked up by it, so be it, because we'll benefit the greater society.
If you compare it to the number of COVID deaths, it's like, this is...
On top of that, the government's just going to say, we didn't mandate it. It's not mandated. Like it's not even like FDA approved, so it's like
They're doing this weird thing where they say it's not mandated, but then they're making it incredibly difficult for you to live a normal life.
Yes, without one.
well,
You have
that
a
hasn't even
vaccine
happened
passport.
yet, but like
But
it's
that's
coming
where
up.
we're going.
And I'm a guy who doesn't mind the vaccine passport, but it is weird that you're saying it's not FDA approved, then making us get it. So your government won't back it, but also isn't forcing everybody gets. It's an odd thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things where like we're gonna find out how much we value entertainment, travel, and ease of life.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Yeah.
And I think people who are even, skeptical of vaccines, like Mark, don't let me speak for you, but you might have a little higher skepticism of some vaccines than like the average person who doesn't think about it.
Maybe, I guess you could call it skepticism. I just view it as like just a natural approach to medicine. Like medicine has side effects, all medicine does, and to approach any medication thinking like, oh, it's 100% safe, I just think is like
Fair.
fallacious.
Maybe not skepticism isn't the right word, but you're not as willing to just take a vaccine.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe skeptical is the right word. Yeah, I don't think that's
Whatever,
correct.
however you want to classify it. But like, this is one of those situations where you're going to have to decide if you want to travel to Greece more or if you're more nervous about the vaccine.
Yeah, no, I recognize I'll probably just have to get it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care so much for me, and I think like most people with vaccine stuff, they don't care so much for them as
Yeah.
much. It's
Yeah.
more like their kids. Like,
Oh no, I listen, I completely understand that. And the nice thing about having, COVID is it doesn't really affect the kids at all. Right. So like
Yes.
in my opinion, I'd be like, don't even shoot up the kids. Like if
Yeah.
you're under a certain age, you're going to be fine. I guess you can be a carrier and then give it
Right
to
now,
people or
I
blah,
think
blah,
it's not. There's not kids doing it. Right?
it's not even available to kids.
Apparently,
just
kids
yet.
are getting COVID now, but they're not getting the vaccine if you're under 18.
Right.
but I've resolved I'm gonna probably have to get the vaccine.
I guess what I was trying to use you as an example for like someone who values the freedoms that you have in life more than you are upset about potentially having to take a vaccine. Like, and I didn't want to take it. I was like, I have antibodies. Like Al and I were talking about this all the time. We're like, well, why do we need to? We have the fucking antibodies. But the second I find out, oh, if I want to go travel or if I want to go to a fucking event or if we want to shoot a special or whatever these things, and the only people that are allowed to go or only way we're going to allowed to go is if we're vaccinated, then I'm just like, it's just fucking easier to do.
Caved, son. You caved.
I caved, bro.
What if in lieu of a vaccine certification,
luxury made me cave.
But there's
it's not
nothing
even
enforced.
luxury though. That's like, I don't even believe that because it's also just like human beings want to be together again. So it's not even just, oh, we're so spoiled, which we are. We have great lives in America.
Okay.
But it's not even just that. It's, dude, we have not been together. Human beings are tribal. We haven't been allowed to be tribal for over a year. We just want to do that. If it's a free fucking, everybody just get together and talk in Union Square. It's pretty gay, but we'd all be like, I'll do it. Fine, I don't care.
Okay. One question about that. Now, I'm not saying this is what they're going to do, and I know this seems like slippery slope argument. I'm not trying to make that. Once we know about ourselves how valuable socializing is and
Yeah.
going to these events and doing these things, let's just call them like the luxuries of life. Let's just call them. Once we know how valuable those things are to us, right? Isn't it easier to manipulate us based on those things? When I was in high school, I loved being on the basketball team. It was so much fun.
Yes.
And so did all my boys.
Yep.
And anytime we got in trouble in school, the first thing our school did was take away our basketball. They go, oh, you're not allowed to play in that game. If you're in detention, you're not allowed to be on the team, blah, blah, blah. So if the government wants us to do anything, I'm not saying this is where they're going with this, but if they do, all they have to do is limit our ability to enjoy these luxuries, and we'll cave in a fucking heartbeat.
100%.
It's kind of scary to know, no?
Yeah. They just game us against ourselves. Like, no pass, no play is what they call it in Texas. If you don't pass all your classes, you can't play sports if you're on a high school team. Because they know these guys need this. So this is how we incentivize them to do what we want them to do.
Yeah.
Now you're more likely to go to class. Now you're more likely to stay, you know what I mean? Try to stay out of trouble. We can easily manipulate humans into doing what we want them to do.
You just have to
All
trust
of
that
us.
your government has your best interest in mind. It's like whatever that thing may be. Like some companies will do it with they do it like opt-in versus opt-out things for like retirement funds or like organ donation and stuff like that. Like certain countries will have like mandatory opt-out, or it'll be opt-out for organ donation. So automatically you are an organ donor unless you say
Unless you opt out. I think that's what your license has, at least in New York.
Oh, no.
America's opt-in.
Opt in.
Oh, we're opt-in.
Yeah.
And it changes the rates like 80-20
Drastically.
like flip.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So if the
Interesting.
government's like, yeah, like you should have organ donation or you should have whatever, like you just have to trust that the government has your best interest in mind. But yeah.
What do you guys feel about organ donation?
I'm a donor.
Donor?
No.
Why?
A little superstitious.
Like they won't save you as much?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? I guess the argument is that like if you are an organ donor, and I don't think this is true, but if you are an organ donor, some people say that like if you're on the line, if you're on the border of life and death,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's not going to be life,
Right.
then they'll be like, at least we got these organs.
Yeah.
But if you're not an organ donor, they'll do anything in their power
they don't-
to keep you alive.
I think you're assuming they know the people that are getting the organs. Like the doctor has a patient who needs kidneys, and I know what's going on.
Nah, not even.
The list for organs is incredibly long. So organs are needed.
Yeah,
all
I
the
know, but
time.
they don't have like any attachment to those. Are nameless, faceless people. They know people need organs, but
hear
they're
what
not
you're
like
saying.
they don't have like an emotional attachment. They're looking at you,
If this guy
doctor
dies,
saying,
my
"I'm willing
cousin
to
can
let this
live."
guy
Yeah.
die to save someone I don't even actually know exists." It's a hypothetical person that I'm sure exists, but
Yeah, like if anything, the doctor is more attached to you, the patient he's trying to save,
Right.
than that random person he doesn't even know.
Exactly.
That's a good point. I never thought about it like that. But
I think the only thing with organ donation, like again, I don't really think doctors are making decisions in like operating rooms, being like, like, do I save 5 people or save the one guy with
Yeah.
organ donation? I think also a lot of organ donations like go unclaimed because of like timing and shit.
yeah.
So it's like I don't really think it's as nefarious as that. I think there's like sometimes a money play that like in certain countries you can get money from organ donation and shit like that. So like in that regard, it's like there's some haziness, but in America, I don't really think it makes that much of a difference.
does the hospital that has the organ get paid a fee? Because these hospitals are businesses,
I think
right?
for the surgery and like the transferring, and
But the surgery might not be. Oh, the surgery is done there to remove the organ.
to remove it, to put it back in, to transport it, to keep it. Like, yeah, the hospital's making money off the whole process.
Hospital.
See? Yeah. I don't fuck with it.
I mean, there are policies, and you probably know more about this, Al, but there are policies of treatment that certain people receive based on the insurance they have, right?
Yeah.
So I know this sounds fucking crazy, but if you have better insurance, you get a better treatment
Yeah, you get
for the
better care.
same injury?
You get better care. You get more people
right.
focused on you. So like maybe
Chris Rock
a
said-
team of doctors.
Instead of nurse, blah, blah, blah.
Chris Rock said when he got rich, whatever his dad got that killed him, if he was rich when his dad got sick, his dad would still be alive to this day.
Based
Decades
on
later.
the treatment
Just
that
he's
is
like the
agreed
level
upon in the insurance.
Yeah, he basically is saying he's like rich people live lives that poor people like if they knew how good it was for us, they would for sure like kill us all. But that was his point. Is like even healthcare. If you're rich, you just have access to everything.
So,
Now-
so I guess my question is, sorry to cut you, but my question is like, is it possible that that is also baked in to the hospital's bottom line? In other words, if there is an organ donor and they're on their deathbed, we don't need to waste money trying to keep them alive when we could make all this fucking money harvesting those organs.
I think you still make money keeping them alive though. Like everything, like Al, if you break your leg, you're gonna go to the doctor. They're gonna treat it. You're gonna get billed out the ass. You're still gonna go to the doctor. You're not gonna be like, yeah, but this, I'm not trying to make you money.
You probably have to be there for like a week,
Yeah.
charging $20,000 a day.
Yeah,
or
every
whatever.
day you're
That's
there.
interesting.
They are
Okay.
making money every single thing. They're
I think you make crazy
searching for
money on
profit.
organ donation because it like disproportionately like benefits the rich.
Yeah, like surgeries make the most money for hospitals.
Like Steve Jobs needed all these organ transplants and shit, and so he flew to Tennessee to go get some transplant for his lung or whatever. Like you have to be like have access to a private jet, be able to be there in 8 hours, like that kind of shit. So it's like disproportionately ultra wealthy. I know someone personally that's like having all these experimental treatments done just because he's ultra wealthy.
Now,
Wait, what's that about?
Just like a personal person in my life that I know that's like
And what's wrong with him?
a heart condition.
And he's looking for a new heart.
Yeah.
So he basically has to sit on ice until somebody has his same blood type or all these other
and
things.
like exorbitantly wealthy and has had like multiple situations and like things haven't worked out exactly but just has enough money to keep on throwing at the issue. And so like things like organ donation affect and benefit wealthy people. Just 'cause
Tend
that's
to,
the-
I think, I would say two things. One, I think if more people donated, then that wouldn't be as disproportionate because there would be more access.
Right.
Now, it's an access issue.
Oh,
Two,
fuck. Yeah.
I think he'd be comfortable with me saying this. Brian's daughter, when she passed, his baby girl, they donated her organs, and they like kept in touch with the people who have like,
like a thing.
her heart and her
Yeah,
kidneys,
yeah.
and it's like this really cool bond of like, and it's like kids that got it sometimes. Like some parents are like, "Yo, your daughter saved my kid's life, and we make sure they know about your daughter every day. And it's
They
like a
still
really beautiful way that like they feel like I kept my daughter alive.
Yeah.
They can listen to their daughter's heartbeat again.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I've seen videos of that. Like a father will listen to his kid's heartbeat inside the person where the heart is now. There's also a great there's a great video. I think I shared it with you guys where like this guy is out to dinner. He's an old man. He's out to dinner with his family, and he's in like Baltimore or some shit like that. Yeah. And they go, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm from Ohio or something like that. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, or whatever like that." And then the table next to him goes, "Oh, we're from Cleveland, Ohio." And he goes, "Yeah, you know, my son's blah, 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 this, that, the other." I forget exactly what it was. And he goes, your heart's inside me. The guy just starts like breaking down. He can't believe it.
Yeah.
And it was pretty powerful.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's also just like the profit structure where it's like, and you can almost even rationalize it when it comes to like benefiting wealthy people. It's like this huge CEO of this massive company that's doing all this work for the world. Like Bezos is like improving our lives. If he needs a heart transplant, should it go to him or should it go to like some worker in his factory? You know what I mean? In terms of like societal good.
You
That's
could
like-
make the argument that.
Right, that's the utilitarian mindset. Is like
I could see how they justify it to themselves. And I could also see how like a hospital justifies it to themselves. Like when you're doing so much good, when you're helping so many people, when you're saving so many lives, you're probably only chipping away slightly at all that like good equity that you've put into the world when you're going, we have to prioritize this thing and we have to charge a little bit more for this. Like it's almost like I'm sure we all fall into this trap. Like you feel like you do so much for your significant other or something like that, right? That like when you fuck up and stuff, you're like, but I do so
but
much.
I do all the shit. Yeah, I have to fight all the time.
Right.
Yeah, but I do so much. So shut up.
So deal with it.
Yeah.
But it is to that person, they're like, yo, this is fucked up. And to the poor person that doesn't get the fucking heart, they're like, I understand you saved these 30 people, but I'd like to fucking live too.
Yeah.
Dude, maybe we got to have somebody on to like really break down the whole, like break down how a hospital functions.
Yeah, I would love that because it
curious
is
about that.
Here's the kind of the I guess both sides of it is like if it was a socialized healthcare or whatever.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be the profit structure, but they would still do organ donations. But then you would never question the mindset of, are they just doing this for profit, or are they just doing this for, or are they doing this to save lives? Because the CEO salary is capped. The hospital can only make so much money.
Yeah.
But then the argument you hear from big capitalists is, but healthcare in those countries isn't as good, which goes to your point of, but since they're not motivated by profit, they don't do quite as good of a job because their salaries.
that's where
capped.
you just bounce and you just go, yo, America's not doing that shit. I'm out. I'm going to fucking Mexico. They got this doctor that'll do it, and I can just pay him. And then you're fucking over Mexicans that can't get the medical attention and shit like that.
You're always going to find someone to take advantage of.
Yeah, it's the tragedy of the commons. It's like an econ idea where it's like wherever like the least, like wherever like the free market will go, like it'll just funnel down into the poorest people. So it's like,
it is.
Pollution doesn't affect us; it affects
the
poor people that have to live in next to polluted lakes.
Yeah, that is the tricky thing about globalization, right? In an effort to make sure there's no poor neighborhoods in your country, you take advantage of other poor neighborhoods that are countries.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, how do I uplift everybody here and make sure our lives are good?
Yeah.
I'll take advantage of those people that aren't from where I'm from.
Yeah.
And the intention is good.
Right.
How do I uplift all these poor people? But
Yeah.
the cost.
But then you have to wonder, like that idea of like, does a rising tide lift all boats?
That's
like,
what the thinking is.
That
I'm
is
still
the
putting
argument
money
for
in that
capitalism,
country.
right? Is that capitalism brought more people out of poverty
we're
than any
taking
other
advantage
system
of
in
Chinese
history.
people, but is their condition now better than it was 30 years ago?
And that's something that we'd have to look at and address.
And
or is it a seesaw?
Mm-hmm.
And there is no rising tide.
Right.
There's just a rising section.
Right.
And in order for that section to rise, someone has to live in squalor.
Yeah.
And the higher that seesaw goes, the poorer and more destitute those people go. I don't know enough about economics.
No one really has an answer
to understand.
like whether it's a zero-sum game or not.
Actually, no. One can make the argument that with the rise in like technology, cost of goods becomes cheaper, right? This is like the whole like Kathy Woods ARK model. You know who that like investor chick is? Kathy Woods?
No.
ARK Investment. She's like this fucking beast. She's been running I guess on Wall Street. We still call it Wall Street.
Yeah.
Just running. She basically
Runs a hedge fund that does like crazy.
not a hedge fund.
It's not a hedge fund?
No, it's I think called like an EFT or something like that. She trades publicly.
okay.
She sends out her bulletin like, this is what I'm into. Like this is what I'm putting money in. And she's like, basically she's disrupting the whole market.
Right.
And by doing that, she's investing in companies that are disruptive.
Right.
Right. And she called Tesla going to 4,000 when everybody was like, you're crazy.
Okay.
And this technically went to 4,000. Remember, it like
Yeah, split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was like, we don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like she called all these things and they fucking hit. So she's like this stock market guru, like the new Berkshire Hathaway. What's the guy's name again?
Warren Buffett,
whatever. And you're familiar with Cathie Wood?
Heard her name, but I also invested at Tesla at 32. So
Yeah, you're basically the same thing. You're basically the same thing.
Except Kathy was an
same thing.
evangelical.
Continue,
like
please.
you.
But her whole like investment strategy was she wants to invest in companies that will increase profit structure based on an increase of production. So like maybe Tesla isn't profitable when they're making 100 cars, but if they're making 200, now all of a sudden they're twice as profitable.
Right.
So she's like, I don't care if you're not making profit now. I understand the cost of goods goes down with production.
Right.
So if we can increase capital, then you're going to be in a more profitable space.
Right.
And she's fucking just murdered some shit. It would be really cool to talk to her. And I completely forgot why I started talking.
Something about rising tide lifting all boats.
Oh yeah. So by that token, you know how like you can get a fucking Samsung TV for $400 now, a 60-inch Samsung,
Yes.
right? So maybe I don't think that that's a function of like squashing the little man, right? That's a function of the technology becoming more affordable.
I can give you an actual example of like, I think what you're saying. We put all this money into technology in the first world, and we get 3D printed food. Now it might hurt the third world in the short term, but in the long term, as we get 3D printed food, now we can just give food to everybody. There's no food scarcity. We're not destroying the land. We're just printing food. Here you go, everybody, you eat.
That's true. Yeah, same thing with like corn. I'm not saying it's the most healthy, but like they found a way to genetically modify corn and create way more of it in a much shorter space, which is more food for people.
Yeah.
So the value of that food or the cost of it goes down, but people's ability to eat becomes much easier.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe it isn't the seesaw.
There's
man.
that remember that book I was reading, Factfulness or whatever? It's this like Swedish fucking guy, and he basically makes that exact argument where he's like, across the world, no matter where you are, it's better than it was 50 years ago. Like the technology's increased, that like even the poorest person living in the poorest slum of wherever.
Oh yeah, is better than what?
Yeah, is doing better, and like he gives all these comparisons.
Than a king, right?
Yeah, exactly. And he gives all these comparisons where he's like, so like I think it was like Cameroon's like child mortality rate is where Sweden was in like 1930. And like it's grown like a crazy amount. Like they've done what Sweden has done in like 200 years in like 50 years.
What was the king metaphor?
Oh yeah, that's like people living at like middle class today are better off and have a higher quality of life than like a king in the 1700s.
And that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you
That's
understand
like some New
it-
York Times article.
Yeah, but you understand it from like just having like an air conditioning and like the ability to like freeze food, toilet,
Does
etc.
not die of fucking
Dysentery.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is kind of crazy and it is kind of cool. And maybe that's the best argument for capitalism. Like it's very easy to look at it and be like, look how manipulative this is and look how much is taking advantage of the poor, etc. But if those poor, like you were saying, are doing significantly better than those same poor people were in the past, then maybe it is the best functioning system for the moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if the system incentivizes making goods cheaper and more affordable without diminishing the value of labor to the point where it's just slavery, then that is the best case scenario for you to improve your life.
Yeah. It just seems like a race against like technology against all the negative shit of technology.
Right. That's
Like,
the question. Does
if
the
we're
technology-
destroying the environment, if you believe we're destroying the environment to the point that we're all going to be fucked,
Yeah.
but technology is accelerating, and eventually there's a point where technology can figure out all these problems. AI can figure out all these problems. It's just a race. Let's just get technology to the point where it can fix everything before the environment is fucked.
Right.
Go on that. Yeah.
That exact thing. Like back in the day, the quality of food perhaps was better, but there was less of it and people were starving. Now everyone has access to food, but the food quality might be worse. And it's causing like, we're not getting the nutrients and people are fucking anemic and depressed or whatever because they don't have the fucking supplements from food, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, it kind of levels it out where it's like everyone has access, but it's slightly worse for everyone. Or some
only
people
few
have it,
people
and it's
have
great,
access.
and it affects everyone. So it's the exact thing. Like there's side effects to it.
But that is so
And if we can
interesting.
solve the side effects with technology, then
Yeah. That is so interesting. How did you phrase it? It's a race between technology and the negative effects of technology.
Yeah.
Yes, and as that technology increases, there's going to be more problems that come with it.
Yes.
And we just have to hope when they come to a point.
The technology is strong enough to fix everything. Essentially AI that can think of shit we could never think of.
Right.
Oh, here's how you fix it. Okay, done.
Yeah, like, obviously watching that Seaspiracy thing.
Yeah.
It was really interesting, but like part of me was looking at it and I was very bullish on the technology side, and I was like, I'm pretty sure we can figure out how to make a fake coral reef, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think we can figure out how to get like nets out of the water.
Yeah, 3D printed food was I was like, at some point we're just gonna print salmon and we're done.
Print salmon,
Print your
like
own sushi, and that's it.
there are things that we can do, and then of course there'll be problems that arise because of 3D printed salmon, and then ideally we solve those problems. But yeah, I don't think that this is a zero-sum game in terms of problem solving either.
Right.
Like, we have the ability to problem solve, and the cool thing about a documentary like this is acknowledging the real problem allows the capitalistic problem solvers to go after it.
That's very well said.
Right?
Fuck
If
yeah.
you don't
Great
acknowledge
point.
the problem, then we
Yeah.
can't fix it.
Yeah.
Like, think about what we did with straws, the lie that
Yeah.
were straws, right?
I thought about you multiple times watching that documentary. Nobody hated the straw shit more than Andrew. It drove him fucking crazy.
Oh my God, this straw thing. So one of the best things about coming to Florida is having plastic straws again.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And one of the beautiful things about this documentary is it basically says like, yeah, the plastic straw thing is a hoax. Like, we're not the ones that are polluting the oceans as much as what is it? These factory fishing. What are they called?
Factory
fishing
fishermen,
industry,
yeah.
whatever.
The nets. The
It's
plastic
the
nets.
nets. It's,
Bycatch.
Exactly. That's what they refer to as bycatch. So, but we made plastic straws a problem, and an entire industry was built around fixing that problem.
Right.
Here are paper mache straws. Here are, they feel kind of plastic, but it's made of all recycled
Steel
materials.
straws. Who the fuck would buy steel straws
Steel
before
straws.
Yeah.
So the capitalistic machine got behind solving this problem, and it was fucking solved. And inside every restaurant in every blue state in America.
COVID. Once we were aware of this fucking disease that came out a year and 2 months ago, we got a vaccine within a year.
Yeah.
Everybody said that was impossible.
Yeah.
But the money started flowing there, the brain started flowing there, and now we got a vaccine in 10 months.
Yeah.
It's fucking astounding. Once we get behind something, and to your point, once the awareness is raised and regular people start being like, yo, this is fucked up, we need a solution,
We'll
now
figure
you're
out
going to
the
get a solution.
bycatch.
Yep, exactly.
Instead of putting the nerds on straws, put them on the nets that you're using to catch these fish.
100%.
I mean, that's like all the identity politics shit, though.
Go.
Where it's like you're trying to fix like the words that people say
Yes.
instead of like the actual life quality of the people. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like you're like, don't say retard, but like instead of like I don't know, allocating
Putting them in like
money.
a castle or something like that, and like just letting them occupy that space, like, because that's what they do in like Thailand and something like that, right?
What do they
or maybe it's just monkeys, but like they'll just have like a section of the city that they just live in, and like you can kind of go visit them, like, and they'll pickpocket you and that kind of stuff. So maybe we could do that in America with
Yeah, that's
our
With
retard.
our monkey.
yeah, that is possible for sure.
No, but I understand what you're saying, which is
They're
like,
like, yeah, let's fix the words, or like let's fix the thing instead of actually like improve. Like instead of saying black, you just say people of color instead of like actually improving the quality of life. And, like,
yeah, you know who you're fixing? You're fixing life for the racist, not the victim of the racism.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You're going, hey, racist, this is how you can get through life hating black people without helping black people.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
Just
this
call them-
person instead of this person, but people are still getting bombed in the Middle East. It's
Yep. Yeah. That's a great point. Fixing the words just helps the people using the words, not the people who are the victims of the violence or the victims of the mistreatment.
100%.
Ah, that's so true. The tranny shit. Perfect example. Hey, they have to be called this, that, the other. And it's like, yeah, but you're still going to look at them funny when they walk in the restaurant.
Yeah.
You can call her she, he, whatever.
Yeah.
You're still treating them shitty.
And then you're gonna have to change the words in 50 more years because that word is gonna become.
There was a Carlin bit about, what did he went from shell shock, and he walked it through the whole like progression of shell shock to post-traumatic stress disorder. And he was like, it's always been the same thing. All you do is just add syllables to it in an effort to make it nicer.
For like soldiers and
Yeah, yeah. For soldiers,
It's,
yeah. My
so
bad.
it's just like we have to rebrand. We have to rebrand shell shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did it with black, and now we're all the way back at black. I mean, they used to call him something much worse.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then another term, and then I think colored and then African American and then black and then African American. Now we're back to black.
African American was dismissive of their Americanness, and now we're back at black.
Bro, just let them own shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
give them fucking means to assets. Like they don't care what you call them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you?
Dude, you know what's funny? This is
But I bet if we gave you like a half a Bitcoin, you'd be like, call me whatever you want.
a full one.
Yeah, cool.
There's this guy named Rich Grinnell who is actually Trump's ambassador to like Germany or something like that, and he was like Trump's something, I don't know, but like I used to bump into this gay dude. I used to bump into him when I would go on Greg the Red Eye show. It was this like Fox News like comedy show.
Right.
That was on like 3 a.m. that my cousin Bill Schulz was on as well, and I used to be on that. He was this gay conservative guy, and I asked him, I was like, is it conflicting for you, like being conservative, being gay, and feeling like these people maybe think you're going to hell, a lot of them, or not supportive, when like liberals are really supportive of you? And he goes, I'm fighting different battles. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, there are parts of the country where 2 gay guys can't get an apartment.
Right.
They won't rent them an apartment. That's what I want to fight. I'm not worried about like if I can have my rainbow flag and like walk around and this, and like if somebody calls me a name, like I can deal with that separately. I'm dealing with like people not being allowed to live. And maybe that was his way of like getting around the issue, and maybe that was his way of like creating a more dramatic scenario so he didn't have to address the identity politics of it, you know, on like a regular basis.
Right.
But I had some empathy for him, and obviously he's the gay guy. He's gonna, you know, make those decisions himself. But I was like, that's a decent point.
Yeah.
Let me fry the biggest fish.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that. But I don't fucking know though, because I'm not the.
That's my problem with a lot of the Apu shit. Like Hank Azaria was like, I want to apologize to all Indians, and Indians are celebrating, and it's like, yo, fix India.
Yeah.
Like, what are you worried about people teasing you here for? I got cousins, legitimately, no electricity, studying with a fucking lantern like they're hunting vampires in the 1800s. And I'm worried about fucking Quickie Mart jokes? Fuck me. Go fix it. This guy's a real one. That's how I feel like you're supposed to, how a grown-up would handle adversity or whatever. What's real adversity?
How are you helping gay people? Well, I'm not calling them fags anymore.
I'm marching.
Yeah. It's like, how does that really help? How are you helping black people? I'm not calling them people of color or whatever it is. I'm calling them black. It's like, you're not helping. Is that help to you, Al?
No.
Is it, what is it, a lip service? Is that the
I mean,
term?
people should help in whatever way they can, but like, I think there are more effective ways to help than.
My only pushback on that is, I don't think it's help. And calling it help and acting like you're part of the solution, I think, is a mischaracterization of like what you're doing. And what you're doing is just kind of selfish. It's like, what is the least I can do?
Yeah, and
I'll
I
call that tranny bitch he.
I said March, but I meant Gay Pride Parade, which if you've been in New York, is just a massive fucking party. It's Mardi Gras in New York. So like, oh, what an ally you are. You go party your ass off with a bunch of gay dudes and feel completely safe. Hey, lady, you're a fighter. No, you did nothing. You just hung out and got drunk. You know what I mean?
I'm an activist. I went to Avenue on Friday and Saturday. And there was a gay drag queen performing. So I really support that. Yeah, you're not an activist because you don't hate. like the bar for an activist is so low, just not hating a person makes you an activist. There's nothing active about that. That's literally passivism. I'm not hating, so you're just neutral. You want to be active, do something.
That's what this is. It's the age of passivism. Passive activism.
Yeah, you're a pacifist.
Yeah.
You're a pacifist. That's all you are.
Yeah, not pacifist, passivist.
Pacifist.
You're just passive on everything.
Yeah. So it's like the turtle thing. You're solving the wrong problems. It's like there are legitimate problems, and people are putting all this attention and time into the wrong part of it.
Yo, God bless that documentary for getting our straws back, yo. I dead ass thought about you multiple times watching that documentary. I was like, he needs to see this. He can be so happy.
Dude, Robbie Slovak has the funniest joke about that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Dave, you
No, I haven't heard it.
Oh my God, the joke's so funny. He goes, when the straw's in the turtle's nose, he says something, he's like, how the fuck does a straw, I'm going to butcher it, but he goes, how the fuck does a straw get in a turtle's nose? He goes, clearly someone in PETA is jamming the straws in a turtle's nose, right? Like, he goes, do you really think that a turtle is swimming 2,000 miles per hour straight into a straw in the water? like how unrealistic is it to get a straw in the, you're jamming in with the water? Yeah. Now, I'm sure, like, they swallow it and it comes out the nose or some weird thing like that. But, like, when they swallow fish, they don't come out their nose.
True.
Right? I think somebody might have jammed the straw in there, but it's all fucking marketing nonsense.
Yep.
No. What's that right here? Talk to me. Uh-oh. Truffle giving us some news. Bernie Madoff, disgraced financier, dies in prison. Wow.
Oh.
Unfortunately, just by natural causes, though.
Yeah.
Bernie Madoff is an interesting one.
Talk to me.
We seem to have a disproportionate amount of hate for a man that ripped off rich people.
Oh, interesting. Was it all rich people, though?
What poor people are even getting access to Bernie Madoff?
No, but they're funds, like pension funds and things like that, that then invest in companies that
I think that's the problem.
I'd be curious to know how many of those pension funds were invested versus how many just like rich, like hedge funds or like rich personal.
It's probably way more rich hedge funds, but I think at a certain point he got so big that the people who were trying to be rich, the me's of the world, who are like, oh, that's what the rich people do, let me do that. They get caught up in it. And then and especially if you say the word pension, we all think about like hardworking people with a pension. And then you think about someone who has this fucking government job or whatever. Well, even government jobs are actually, you're not hardworking at all. But point is that we think about someone we know and it's
Al
like.
goes, wow. Al also did do a full-time job with me while he had his government job.
100%. He served a jail sentence and didn't get fired.
There was a time where Al had 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
And I would maybe even argue that our full-time job was more than full-time.
Oh, yeah.
I was probably working 60 to 80 hours a week for our shit and 40 hours a week for the government.
Yeah. I still think you shouldn't have given it up with the perks and all that. Like, son, this how great a government job is. Al worked in the courts, went to jail in another country, didn't get fired.
Yeah.
You were a prisoner in another country, and they came back and like, all right, listen.
It was getting close. His phone would be blown up during Brilliant Idiots and shit, texting furiously, where are you? People are running out of the jail. Yeah, I got to know more about the Bernie Madoff. But sometimes I feel like, rich people obviously have access to media in a different way than poor people do.
Interesting point. Yeah.
And like, sometimes they want to, obviously he should be smeared. He's a fucking crook, Madoff. But there's a lot of people that are stealing from poor people and they don't get the same attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Enron thing. There was a movie with Jim Carrey called Fun with Dick and Jane. And the point is, it's based on Enron. So like these guys are like upper management or whatever at Enron or whatever the company is, and then he gets scapegoated, and all these people lose their pensions. These rich guys make out with money, and then they start robbing people to get their life back. But it's like you're getting back they're like clearly getting back their upper middle class life. Like they're getting their lawn back on their 2-story house, and you're just rooting for these guys. And in the back of your mind, you're like, you're not poor though, like you just lost your job. Like
there's something about there's like a primal feeling of inequity that we like seeing adjusted. This is like the whole Robin Hood tale, right? Like the Robin Hood tale you see happen over and over again in life, right? Like so it's like everybody likes to see justice come to those that are greedy.
Yes.
Like there's a movie, the Ocean's movies, and I talk about them a lot, but like the Ocean's 11,
they're great.
12, 13.
Fucking great.
They're great, right? They're these misfits that are crooks. They're pieces of shit. They steal from people. But they steal from people that we view as thieves as well.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, okay, you do something bad, but you're doing it to a worse person. I'm okay with that.
That's how you get us to root for a crook. He has to be stealing from a bigger crook.
Bro, every time like a murderer kills a pedophile in jail, we're like,
he's up.
Chalk it up to the king. Jesus. Exactly. So there's something in us. And like, I saw the clip that we were put out about the Kardashian thing. Right. And I was a little fucking passionate about that. It did well, but like, it reminded me of something. People don't love the Kardashians. There wasn't a single person defending the Kardashians there. The Kardashians have attention, but just because you have attention doesn't mean you have the people's love and support. Yeah. Like it's hard for us to, and I want us to like try to figure out what this is, but like it's hard for us to look away from things. Mm-hmm. And FA even brought this in. They're like, maybe they view the Kardashians in the same way they view like documentaries about serial killers and shit, where it's just like there's a fascination, but it doesn't mean that there's support and love. You can't look away, but it doesn't mean that you appreciate.
On the level that Carly sells the fuck out of her lip kits and all that shit, like. Kylie. Yeah. They built like $1 billion empire beyond the reality show.
Aspiration. Nobody doesn't want the money of the king, but they do not like the king. And a lot of them resent the king,
Yeah.
right? I'm just trying to understand the relationship with the Kardashians, because here are these people that, and I'm talking about like us or like women in America, that will literally copy what they're doing because they believe that that would make their life easier on some primal level. They're like, this is beauty, and beautiful people have a potentially easier life or more advantages in life, and I should aspire to be that, to get those things. Right? I like that wealth. I like that world that they're living in. Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous. There was a TV show that people would just watch because we want to know how rich people live. But it doesn't mean that we like those rich people. We could resent them for having the things that we don't have. And I feel like I'm curious about your take, and I want to hear what everybody has to say. But the relationship between women and the Kardashians, in my estimation, is not one of love, support. I don't think they would defend them in a fucking heartbeat, and I think they're waiting for some almost Madoff type shit to happen to them. I think a reckoning could come, and people would leave them fucking immediately if they could. I'm just at a loss for words as to why they're willing to follow them down that path, even though they resent them so much. Go out.
I think what's even stronger in America is the self-made person. So they are self-made now billionaires.
That's true.
So that trumps the fake shit that they put out there, because it's like, I'm still rooting for them because that could be me one day. So, you know?
So that you see yourself.
You know how like I would put your theory on a Trump, because people look at Trump like, oh, you were given millions of dollars to start your empire. So it's like, you had a head start that we didn't have. So if you crumble now, we're laughing at you and we don't mind seeing you go down. Kardashians, I think people are really rooting for them, because it's like, yo, you guys didn't have no cosign. You didn't have shit. You had a fucking sex tape and made billions.
That's interesting.
But do you think that they like them? Do you
I
think
think
that
so. Most women I speak to like them. Like they don't not like them.
honestly, I didn't see, and then maybe it could be our fan base, but I didn't see a single comment in defense of them. And there's an argument to be made about Khloe specifically, because you can make the argument that she was the ugly one and that she didn't really have a choice to be in this world, and that she's the one that's also caught up in this body image shit that her sisters are promoting and that she had to keep up. Like, you could make an argument about her specifically. If like Kim came out and did it, or Kylie came out and did it, then maybe we could be a little bit more
Even
critical.
Kylie, it's like you're born into it. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Yeah.
but she did so much.
Yes.
I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But like not a single one. And then it was really interesting is all these girls were reposting the video. Girls who look like the Kardashians, girls who have clearly been influenced by the Kardashians, change the way that they look, either with makeup, clothing, or maybe even plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And there's still a resentment. What
think
is that?
I think that just is what happens whenever you become an institution. Like, if you're institutional, like, whether you like it or hate it, like, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you can like the king or hate the king, but if the king says this is what's happening, it's
That's
just
what
what's
happens.
happening. So it's like, you can like the Kardashians or hate the Kardashians, but like, if you believe that their influence is like so institutional to American culture, it's like, yeah, this is what you got to look like.
So then, is it possible that now that they've become an institution and they dictate what is style, what is beauty, there is a resentment to those that are in control? You and I might not see them as controlling factions in American culture, even though we understand their influence. We're not like, well, they're not in control. But for the average woman who goes, whatever they wear is the thing that's in style, and however they dress, however they do their hair, however they do their makeup is the thing that is beauty and is what is expected, I could see a fucking resentment.
They're
for
essentially
that.
your boss, but instead of dictating how you do your job, they're dictating how you dress, look.
your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think the type of person, and I think this goes for men and women, but like the type of person that's really gonna like change their appearance, especially on like a very like material way, like actually getting surgery and stuff, to try to fit some other person, I think is already dealing with like insecurity. And,
Yeah.
like, self-esteem
That's what I was
issues.
thinking.
And
That's
so
why they retweeted.
So like it's those people that are already feeling insecure and they are like lashing out against like that.
They probably got that. They probably got that surgery because of the very thing you mentioned, the very insecurity, and someone finally put it eloquently what they were feeling that made them get the surgery, and they're like,
I'm
"Yo,
willing to bet
thank you."
that the women that don't look like the Kardashians or are not influenced by the Kardashians are more sympathetic to them. You know what I mean? Like,
Continue on
because they
that.
don't have the internal insecurity already embedded that they have to like change their appearance in order to fit some sort of like societal conformity.
Do you think that the majority of men and women are on the side of confidence or the side of low self-esteem?
I mean,
That's a good question.
And at times, probably everyone is low self-esteem.
I think like probably most people are in the space of, I don't believe in myself as much as I wish I did.
Yeah.
Right.
And while there are those people who are very self-assured and believe in themselves and don't think they need any of these upgrades that the internet says that they should have or filters say that they should look like, I do think that they look at the Kardashians and there is a sense of insecurity based on how they dictate beauty. Mm-hmm. And they're caught up in that fucking trap. They're caught up in that system. And this idea that they're an institution, I never thought of them as that. Mm-hmm. But the same way that like the people that maybe we look up to in terms of how we dress, or I mean, obviously I don't look up to anybody, but there's
No, you look up to Shaggy from
Tommy
Scooby-Doo.
Real talk, he looks like
Bro.
so like, Shaggy. Yo, no, dead ass.
Zoinks.
Alex,
Oh shit!
you know who? Sorry if I'm stepping on a good joke, but actually, Kramer.
fuck, dude.
Real talk, Kramer.
Little Kramer in
Tell
me.
me
Yeah, you
that's
know
not a Kramer shirt for sure.
I guess what I'm saying is like
bust in here.
they're like who would dictate hype beast culture?
Kanye.
So maybe it's Kanye, and maybe there is some fucking resentment for Kanye because every time he slips, motherfuckers enjoy it.
So I think you're like viewing the fact that there were no like support for them for this isolated incident, but in totality, I think they get plenty of support and love, and like I think people are just able to call them out when they fuck up. Like when she does the appropriation, like the cornrows and shit like that, like she'll get hate for that one thing, and then people go back to loving her.
Yeah. So
You go.
no. On that same point,
Yeah.
You had 100% positive feedback because you made an absolutely correct point that they were. She was saying bullshit. She was being a hypocrite. No one could argue with that. I think if you asked the same group of people, what do you feel about the Kardashians, then you would get a mixed bag. It wasn't people hating or all hating on the Kardashians. I don't hate on all of them. You can't hate as a collective when like they've done so well of actually now some of them actually seem a bit different. They've taken different lanes. Kendall feels different than Kylie to me feels
Yeah, I hate
different
them,
than
all of them.
you know. But whatever the case is, you can say like it's not even an institution anymore. Everyone that looks up to them, it's not like before it was one. You know, you have to be the CEO of Google or Apple of this. Now it's like you can be the CEO of
you.
so many different steps along the way. You know,
They didn't teach anybody in social media. They paved the way for the new form of entertainment in that way.
Yeah,
like
no,
we all learned attention as currency from them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's undeniable. It is undeniable, and I'm not saying that they don't follow them, but there is a difference, and you can tell the difference between somebody who loves you and supports you and someone who is just giving you attention when you fail.
Yeah.
Because if people jump on you at those failures instead of protecting you from those failures, that's the difference between love and attention.
Do you think it to Dove's point, you could get so famous
Yeah.
that you just get a faction of both? And
Yeah. I think that's true.
like we got a lot less hate when we had a lot less views. Now it's still not much, but like you'll definitely see, oh, these guys, this, and this. And it's a very small percentage of people, but as the platform grows,
Yeah,
the number grows with it just because the percentages.
I just feel like if somebody accused me of some shit, there'd be people riding for me
That's for sure.
because there's love. I was shocked to see not a single comment of love or support. Like not one comment going, nah, it's unfair. Not literally. So I was like, I don't think there's love there.
But then you're also
No, but she was
you're also
100%
gauging it
wrong
from your
for her
followers.
statement.
Say again.
You're gauging it from your followers.
My followers agree and disagree with shit I say.
Yeah, but it's still your followers. I don't think are the devoted Kim K fans.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some crossover, but also your followers might really value authenticity and these other things that we kind of cultivate.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
so they
fair.
can disagree with specific things we say,
That's
but
fair.
the ethos they agree with.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just thought I noticed something.
I hope you're right. Emotionally, I want you to be right. They do present logical points where it's like,
I could be underestimating the amount of love that they have, and I think that's kind of what Al was saying. Is like I'm undervaluing the love that exists there, and maybe overvaluing the criticism of them. But I do think that their relationship with people is not one of respect or admiration.
yeah, they're too big. To their point again, to use your words, once you're an institution, you're so big that you can't have that devoted of a following because you're just too big.
It's just hard to love something that doesn't exist. Like there's nothing to love about them. There's nothing tangible. There's no skill. There's no like at the end of the day, say what you want about a guy who plays basketball. Like, they're incredible at basketball. Disagree with everything that LeBron says. Like, you can still watch him play the game of basketball and go be like, man, that is beautiful. The way he plays the game is absolutely.
And if you said something about LeBron, you get a lot of people riding for you, but also a lot of people hating on you.
Yeah, and that's fine. But if you said, yo, LeBron is a great basketball player, nobody's really going to give you pushback on that. Maybe you find a couple people that do. But yeah, I don't know. Actually, that brings us to this Kevin Durant story.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this? This is quite interesting because I think this is almost bigger than Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant called out Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe, I guess, used a quote. There was a fake quote that Kevin Durant didn't say.
Yes.
And Shannon's a journalist, and he should have maybe fact-checked this a little bit.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, people make mistakes. Kevin called him out because Kevin is a fucking bully in these streets now. If you talking shit, if you a shit talker and you gonna talk about Kevin,
KD pulling your card.
KD's pulling your card. He gonna talk that shit right back to your ass, right?
It's very likable.
This is the most likable that Kevin has ever been, and I'm actually like regretful for being so like critical and teasing him in the past because I didn't realize this is who he was underneath all this. I thought he was like an angry person but didn't know how to snap. Now that I know he's out here snapping, I'm just
love that. Why? Like, what is it about it? Is it because he's like a huge, massive athlete,
Keep going.
aggressive on the court, like just so dominant that like we want you to be that in your life?
Oh, no, because I don't see him as like a super aggressive player. It's almost like a skill player. You know what I mean?
Smooth. It's almost effortless.
Elegant.
Yeah.
What I see it is, I think we admire motherfuckers that are willing to risk it all for what they believe in.
Yeah.
Like, I was completely wrong and I went full Hippocrates when I was like, Netflix is done. But I think most comics saw that and they're like, how the fuck is this guy willing to say fuck you to Netflix? Like, all I want is Netflix.
Yeah.
What? All right, this guy's interesting. I can kind of trust this guy.
Yeah.
This guy is over here in people's DMs telling them to suck his dick, telling them you're going to meet them on 17th and 10th, you know, telling them that he's going to come to their fucking house. And now he's out here spitting their face. He's risking millions, potentially millions and millions of fucking dollars. And now he's calling out Shannon Sharpe live on Twitter. And then Shannon, big shit talking Shannon, big, I got my Black and Miles and I got my fucking whatever
yak
it is.
and whatever.
My yak and my cognac and my Black and Miles, even though he don't drink and he don't smoke. I got my cognac and my Black and Miles. Blocks Kevin Durant on Twitter.
And then tries to act like I don't do Twitter beef. When you were going back and forth,
you were going back and forth on Twitter, and you know what? You don't get to decide what you do.
Yeah.
You want the smoke comes to you.
And you responded to the smoke until it was clear you were wrong. And now you just don't want to say, yo, I fucked up. This sucks.
Yeah.
I stand by this. And you can even say, I stand by this, and this about Kevin, but I'm wrong.
Let me be
I was wrong about this.
Let me be very clear here. Shannon Sharpe will beat my fucking ass in real life.
I think he beat KD's ass, to be honest with you.
Honestly,
this motherfucker is a beast.
He's a beast. A supreme athlete, amazing football player, and in incredible shape to this day. But that was some of the softest, most bitch-ass shit I've ever seen in my entire life. You cannot be a shit talker. This is our game.
It was Skip Bayless behavior.
No, Skip wouldn't have blocked you.
That's facts, actually.
Skip would have talked that shit. He would have talked it on Twitter. He would have right back on First Take or Second Take or whatever the fuck his show is called, and he would have talked that shit over there too. That's what Skip would have fucking done.
Yeah.
He not blocking people on fucking Twitter. That is bitch-ass shit.
He would apologize on the phone like he did to Dame Lillard.
Yeah, he apologized in private on the phone and come talk that shit next day.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Keep on riling it up. Point is, you got a lot of people in this game, these shit talkers, the self-proclaimed shit talkers, that the second they get some shit talk back to them, all of a sudden, they soft. All of a sudden, the same shit happened with Rappaport the other day. This is our game. We love shit talk. I love a motherfucker to talk shit. We had Dylan Danis on literally this last week because we love how much he talks that shit and stands behind it. Okay? If we're finding out that he was going on some fucking blocking spree, I would be disappointed. I'd be disappointed if you make your money talking that shit and having your fucking opinions about people online, and then all of a sudden you start blocking people who have their opinions about you. No, you make your living talking shit, you better be ready for that shit to get talked back. You better be ready. Okay? That's part of the game. Welcome to the game. And if you can't take the heat in the kitchen, you know what the fuck to do. It's very simple. I don't want to see none of these social media shit talkers blocking people.
Especially if you Shannon Sharpe. You ready. And this almost made me respect KD more. Like, going wild on Michael Rappaport is like, all right, you're a foot taller than him. You'll beat the shit out of him. He's 50 years old. Shannon Sharpe 50, but he ain't 50. Shannon Sharpe will go. And Kevin Durant's like, I don't give a fuck. Let's go. You're wrong. I don't care. And then to see Shannon Sharpe be like, no, I'm blocking you. I don't do this. We will do this in private like men. Like,
Son, what did he
stop
say?
it, dog.
What did he say? Oh, fuck. What did he say? He said something about, we got to handle this like
grown men or something.
Like, yeah, we got to handle this like grown men. Why is it when shit gets talked back to you, now you got to handle it like grown men? Because you had no problem handling it like little boys when you was talking shit online, when you was talking shit on social media and talking shit on your shows.
Before
then it was
you knew you
fine
were
to be a little
wrong.
boy.
Yeah.
And then the second the other little boy comes to you and he was like, yo, we little boys? I think it's time to be grown men.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a private conversation about this?
100%.
The second I look bad, we didn't have a private conversation. When you look bad, it could be public.
Just admit you're wrong.
Son, that's it. Go, Al.
You know what I think it is? They're afraid of the institution. They're afraid to lose their job. KD can talk shit. He gets a little fine. He can still play the next
No,
day.
but if you
Wait,
roll that-
let Al get this out.
They start talking shit and say the wrong thing online, job's done.
I've heard this before. I've heard people say this exact thing, that even if it isn't him, he gets pressure from the mouse.
Yeah.
Well, he's not with ESPN, he's with Fox. But Fox goes, we don't want to ruffle things with KD and the NBA. We like the NBA being friends with us. Now, we don't have any games on, but still, we don't want to ruin those relationships because we like NBA players coming on our show. I think it's time for you to pipe down. Hey, Mr. Black and Miles and Cognac, it's time for you to pipe down. If that's what the execs say, all of a sudden it's let's shut shit down. Now, if he can't talk back to KD on Twitter, he starts to look soft. What does he do? Blocks KD so KD can't at him in the posts.
And you know why I think that's the case? Because we met, what's his name? He came to the green room with, he's on Fox News. big guy.
Jason Whitlock.
Jason Whitlock.
Yeah.
Jason Whitlock randomly comes to the show in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when
Alpha, by the way.
Yeah, that's when I realized.
Alpha.
That's when I realized because he could talk shit.
Son,
But
I
he
called him.
chose not to talk shit.
Bro, he walked into the green room, said what's up to everybody, stood in the middle of the green room,
Yep.
calm, whatever. Now, he knows that Charlotte's my boy and him and Charlotte go back and forth. So I'm like, I gotta bring up Charlotte because you're not gonna just sit in the middle of my green room
Yeah.
running shit.
Yeah.
And I don't bring
alpha
up that
shit
you
in
and
the
my
green
boy
room.
got some beef.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, you and my boy Charlotte are good friends. You've been hanging out lately or something like that. I forget, something like that. And man, he started saying Charlotte was soft. Charlotte don't want to smoke. I was like, okay, this guy's about that fucking life.
Yeah.
But the things he said, had he tweeted any of those things,
Shit.
job done like that. Like he was talking shit.
He got blocked off Twitter, I think.
Yeah,
For questioning
I
the
guess,
Black Lives Matter lady buying the houses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, so I think
Which is crazy because she
Yeah.
bought the house.
Yeah.
I think
not
Shannon
fake.
Sharp, he got it in him to take it there. He's just not.
He don't want to
gonna
lose the
risk it.
job. He liked the job,
KD, he's not risking anything. He's risking a $50,000 fine from them.
which is for him is nothing. You write that off in taxes.
I think that's what it is.
Here's where he can't take it to a certain place, but he did go back and forth up top. And he was like, if you can find the tweet history, they're going back and forth. Shannon's retweeting, talking shit. What now it's like, oh, I can't threaten him, so I have nothing to say, so I have to block him. Or you're saying Disney was like, you can't say anything at all. Because he's not talking reckless, but he's going back and forth in a way that wouldn't, I don't think, endanger his job at all. And KD's not saying anything like, fuck you. It's not the DM conversation on Rappaport.
But
Let's meet outside of this
Shannon
restaurant.
just felt it like it's probably bubbling up, and he's like, "Yo, if I keep going back, I'm gonna risk it all."
That's fair.
Because like we've been in those moments where it's
What if
like,
he
"Yo, if
tweeted
I keep
that?
going back and forth, this is gonna escalate."
Also not to interrupt, but like Shannon knows where KD takes it. You know what I mean? So he might have been trying to cut it off before it got too flagrant.
that's what I'm
KD
saying.
about to say what he's gonna do to you. You know what I mean? Like KD will say, I'm gonna spit on you. KD will say, I'm gonna fight you. So he's like, let me cut this shit off before KD try to fight me, and then I gotta say I'm not gonna fight you because I want to keep my job.
Yeah, he's 52. I didn't realize that.
Who? Shannon Sharp?
Sharp.
Yeah, he's 52, but
He
he's a
will
fucking monster. dog.
destroy this entire podcast if he wanted to.
He's
in
a
good
monster.
shape, but he's 52. But he's older than Rappaport.
No.
yeah.
He's a
Rappaport's 75 years old.
monster.
Rappaport's been 75 years old for 75 years.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's the white Morgan Freeman, son. That motherfucker never been young. Rappaport been 75 for the last 75 years. Motherfucker was 63 when he played a teenager in Higher Learning. It's called Higher Learning because that motherfucker's been in the same grade for so goddamn long.
They thought he was the professor when they got there, actually.
The professor just shot up the whole school for the first time in history.
But if Shannon Sharp said something back like, look, if we keep going, this is going to get ugly and I don't need that or whatever, would you have thought that was like a bitch ass thing to say?
Yeah.
If he's like, look, I'm not trying to lose my job over threatening you, But I know it's about to get. If something like that, is there anything like that he could say, or is it still like you just got to shut it down?
Yo,
You just gotta shut it. I think the blocking thing was corny. He could have just like stopped responding.
yeah, don't respond.
That's
But
what I
the
was
blocking
thinking. Don't
thing
respond.
is mad
Blocking thing is
corny,
corny.
bro. Like, I'm sorry, you talk shit about people for a living, right? You
Yeah.
talk shit about people for a living. That's what you do.
Yeah.
When they talk shit about you, you block them so you can't hear them talk the shit. That's soft.
And you got to know if you block Kevin Durant, he's gonna bring it up. This is not a guy who lets things go.
What else? What else we got going on, boys? Maybe we do some Patreon questions.
Do we do the houses shit? Have we?
I mean, you're not the only white boy coming out with a song.
Oh,
yeah.
yo.
Wait. We got some beef?
Yeah, we got competition. bro.
Talk
No,
to
man.
me.
Hold on. You guys aren't looking at this the right way. I'll tell you after how you should look at this.
Okay. So Chet Hanks has dropped his white boy summer. We knew it was coming.
Oh, shit. Okay, can we watch?
After this, bathroom and then Patreon?
Yeah.
Should I not show it? It doesn't matter. It's Patreon, right?
I think Patreon.
Patreon.
Fine, yeah.
It's probably not going to be the clip.
We got a little audio.
Fuck it, turn it up, the beat in my headphones. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. White boy summer. I met a bad little shorty on a powder dance. Getting to the bag like it was her only chance. Rich bitch, known to run up them bands. Said fuck it, then she went and made her OnlyFans. Hot boy, white boy summer. Got your favorite Instagram bitch, DM in her number. Hit the strip club, I'm like thunder. She let me beat it, I'm a white boy wonder. Bad gal, white dandada. Rude boy, it's a white boy summer. Bad gal, white dandada. Rude boy, it's a white boy summer. Got some Tatianas all out by the cabana. Rolling marijuana and they all from Guyana. Yeah, Russian girl named Svetlana. Another from the islands, yeah, she looks like Rihanna. Yeah, white girls love Madonna. Girls wanna have fun, you can do it if you wanna. But shout out to my LA chicks on some LA shit. Eating sushi at Katana on the Sunset Strip. You know the boy got nice, cause I'm the one with the drip. West side won't slip when I come through. Bullseye won't miss, always hit my target. Made a strip off rip, I don't do chases, I just wanna hit. I got blue faces in my money clip, best believe. And that shit's all from TV, I ain't even a crip, but they wanna see C-H-E-T. Yeah, bitch, that's me, put respect on my name. Next time you see me at this level of fame, I'm just working my way up the motherfucking ladder, bitches all in the day. Yeah, 40 racks off merch. First day, bitch, you might go berserk. Yeah, I might make it squirt. Yeah, let me see a nigga twerk. Yeah, we got it, boys. We just gotta get the outro. Boom, we got it. Actually, fuck it, we got it. Yeah, white boy summer. Yeah, 16. Sucker dunking and dummy dodging all day. You know what I'm saying?
Black
Real
Queen
16.
summer.
That's on P. I'm out.
That's on P? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Pyru?
I don't know, bro. I don't
Yo.
really know much of what he said.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
He started to run out of bars. Like the first verse I thought was good.
There was a
The
little-
Yeah, he
chorus was
should have
good.
repeated the chorus a bit more to get it catchy.
He started to run out of bars, bro. He started to run out of bars,
Andrew,
bro.
you-
This shit was on empty, son. This shit was on empty, bro. Play our song, Al. Play our song.
I'm telling you, dog, you looking at this wrong. Yo, y'all are in this together. It's a white boy summer. He's not excluding you from this. He's saying, yo, we about to have two popping ass white boy songs this summer.
I'm not gonna lie, that video kind of slapped.
That
bro.
shit
I'm not gonna
hard,
lie.
son.
That shit was fire,
hard.
bro.
I thought the middle of the song
Son.
was when he found like a pocket with his clothing. I was like, this is actually.
Oh,
kinda
I'll
nice.
be dead honest. I thought he ran out of bars, but the first one was fire, and then the video when he had the fucking Jamaican flag over
Oh,
his
so
showers,
funny, dude.
and he was speaking
goddamn
in the
funny.
what is it called, the Jamaican patois or pigeon or something. Oh, dude, that was hilarious. Yo, he's funny, and I think he's aware that he's funny.
Yeah.
Yes, the Jamaican flag lets me know he understands this is funny.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting about him? He's committed enough, and maybe he gets it from his father. Like he's committed enough to the role where you're not 100% certain.
Yeah.
You're like, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's enough there where you go, is it Jersey Shore? Like, they do know what they're doing, but do they believe it?
Yeah. Do you think him and his dad talk about this and this is just like some big role, like when Joaquin Phoenix was a rapper? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm telling you right now. You know how Justin Bieber rapped Drake's song in the music video?
yeah.
What was that music video? Remember he was in
Pop star.
Pop Star.
shit, yeah.
If Tom Hanks raps
Oh my God.
White Boy Summer for Chet.
Oh my God.
The internet explodes.
Oh yeah.
It's over.
Oh yeah.
Tom Hanks lip syncs the whole song
Does he
and
have the
recreates
ass
the whole video.
hit him?
Ass hitting him.
Rita's ass hitting him in the head.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. How do they
Jamaican
not
flag.
do that? If
Oh.
there's one thing you can do for your son, Tom, you have to do this.
Yeah.
This will be the biggest song in the world if Tom Hanks does.
Oh yeah.
Undeniably the biggest song in the world. And they could fake it. It doesn't even have to be like real asses. It could be like, the fake shit that,
Prosthetics.
like prosthetic. And then like the camera could go out to a wide and it's not even a girl jiggling. It's just like a robot ass just moving. So like you could recreate it so he's not assaulting these fucking women.
Yeah.
But that video would fucking demolish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how do they not do
Fire.
that?
Yeah, that'd be fire. Absolute fire. You know what's interesting about rap now is it's so mainstream. I remember when Eminem came out and they were like, yeah, but he's white, but he's had like a rough life. And then like G-Eazy came out and you're like, this guy probably went to private school.
Yeah.
Now it's legit one of the richest kids in America is a white rapper. And we're just like, yeah, it's fine.
That's pretty good.
It's crazy how,
Son,
yeah.
Entertainment always wins, bro.
Yeah.
It always fucking wins. The thing is that with these rich kids, you assume that they didn't have to work for attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're Chet Hanks, right? Like people are going to give you attention. Like your friends are going to be nice to you at school because your dad's fucking Tom Hanks and all these other things. You don't have to work as hard. You're almost like a hot chick.
Yeah.
Like a hot chick, the reason why the stories don't have to be as interesting is because we're going to listen no matter what because we think there's pussy at the end of that fucking story.
Yeah.
Right? So with these rich kids, every once in a while, one of them ends up being really fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
Say what you want about, what is it, Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton and shit.
Yeah.
You could watch those bitches, bro. Like they were funny in that fucking show. What was it where they would go like to farms?
Simple Life.
They were funny, bro.
Yep.
I never watched it.
So,
They had that on deck.
Son.
Sisters.
So it's impressive. You could
Yeah.
make the argument that him being entertaining is harder than a broke person that got nothing. Because a broke person that got nothing got to learn those fucking skills so they can pay attention. Like
He's like a funny hot girl.
that's literally
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, literally what I said. It's okay. Thanks for listening to the podcast. So yeah, it's just like a fat kid has to be funny. You know how like the fat kid comes around, it's like, oh, you're funny. It's like, yeah, he gotta be because he's fucking fat.
Yeah.
He's just gonna sit here and be fat and boring?
Yeah.
No, you gotta give us an excuse to look at this mess.
Yeah.
Okay, you're funny. Like Chris Farley has to be funny. He doesn't have a choice.
That's why I got funny. Fat kid.
Well, you were fat as a kid.
Yeah.
Now you're all slim. So
Yeah.
you glowed up. You like the ugly duckling.
That's what you need. You need to be fat and ugly as a kid and then figure it
then-
out and then you go.
Flip it. God bless you. So yeah, this is, I don't know, it's really impressive, man.
No, it's kids. He's gonna be a fucking thing, man.
You think the song goes?
At some point, whether we want to or not, we're all gonna love him because you can't take your eyes off of him.
I mean,
The
500
idea of calling it a white boy summer is so funny.
Yeah.
From a guy who does patois. Everybody hates him for being white. Now he's leaning into it.
Yeah.
And he's got that Kardashian thing where you're like, I'm gonna watch.
God bless him.
When you heard he had a song out, you had to watch the video.
I think Tom Hanks, he can't be public about it because there's the news around his son right now. I think he's supportive and he understands what's happening. I mean, his son it was on Empire, being a performer and actor. He's been on Greyhound, which was Tom Hanks' last
Your
movie.
Honor.
He knows what he's doing, and I think he knows he just needs to sit back and watch.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Very good point. Very good point. I think that we should do some Patreon Questione. All right, guys, let's do some Patreon Questione. We have our first one from D. Liver, sporting that Harvard jersey and a fresh new beard. Talk to us, D.
Yo, what up? It's your boy D-Liver, pronoun alpha nigga, coming live from Chicago. My question is, was Prince Philip a simp for allowing himself to be called Prince and not demanding that they call him King? Apparently that's the rule in England, but should he have made him change that shit? P.S. He was a wild boy. Look up his public gaffes. He was peak flagrant. Keep it tight, boys.
Well, you know what, D. Liver, it's funny that you said he's a wild boy.
You ready?
You know what? It's funny that you say look up his gaffes because we might have some of these gaffes. Here you go.
Oh, okay. All right.
We did these before, but we ended up not making the episode. But here you go. These are the top 5. Prince Philip, King Simp Prince Philip, his top 5 public gaffes. 1986 in the World Wildlife Fund meeting. This is a royal, I guess, duty of his to be part of these meetings.
Right.
He goes, if it has 4 legs and it's not a chair, if it has 2 wings and it flies but it's not an airplane, if it swims and it's not a submarine, the Cantonese will eat it. Let's go. If. Then in 1999, he said, actually, no, that one is not that bad. Then in 1984 in Kenya, after accepting a small gift from a local woman, he asked her, "You are a woman, aren't you? Let's go." If you stay here. Okay, this is another one. To British students in China during the 1986 state visit, he said, "If you stay here much longer, you'll all be slitty-eyed." Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a little crazy. I must admit that one is a little crazy. And finally, in 2001, when 13-year-old Andrew Adams told Prince Philip he wanted to go into space, Prince Philip told him, "You're too fat to be an astronaut." The most flagrant royal of them all, Prince Philip, R.I.P. Is he a simp for not being called king? I don't think that was in his control. Maybe he could have got his wife, who's the queen and has all the control to change it.
I bet you call him that in bed.
Ooh.
I bet he made her do that shit in bed.
But low key, let that bitch take all the responsibility.
Oh, I don't want to be king.
Be out here princing.
Yo, my man.
Princing the best.
Why did Harry not do this?
Harry did do this, and then he got with this fucking psychopath, and she brought him to Los Angeles to be an actor, but he was living that life.
Yeah, he was loving life.
You get all the money, all the perks of being a royal with none of the responsibility.
Yeah, I forgot. Harry was a wild boy.
Son, if anything, he's a pimp, not a simp.
Ooh.
He was pimping Queen Elizabeth. Go make all the decisions. Go make all the rules. Go walk out. Go with your little tea and crumpets. Put that little stupid shit in your head. That's a hat, but it's not a hat. Right? Them little yarmulke shits that they would wear. What are those called? Bonnets?
Bro.
What?
He's got so many crazy.
Okay, say it. Go, Mark. Mark went on Reddit.
He's got this one where he's meeting this guy. That's that he's meeting down in 2003 with the Nigerian king, the president of Nigeria, wearing traditional dress, and he goes, looks like you're all ready for bed.
Son, that's how you would talk if you know you had nothing to lose and you had no responsibility, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know what's not heavy?
The prince.
The prince.
Yo.
Ain't no
Let's
crown.
go. Nah, that motherfucker's a king.
Yeah.
He's a king. Flagrant king. All right, next. Who we got? What we got? Miles is in the building. Hello, Miles. We need to get Miles some new legs. we got. I saw those boat shoes and I was like, we just got to remove your legs so you don't ever wear them again. All right, go. Let's see this guy. What's he saying? Where's Abraham?
Many
Where's our
blessings.
boy?
Have y'all ever had a family member scared about what you're going to say on stage?
That's a good question.
Interesting
Who
question.
is this? Luis Silva?
Too soon.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yes, of course. Blah, blah, blah. But what you got to explain to them is that everybody's offended by something. You know, and people could be offended by your job or what you do for a living. People can be offended by what I do for a living. But it doesn't matter what you do. There's a group of people who are absolutely furious. If you work at a straw factory, there's a whole group of people out there going, how dare you make straws for a living? So no matter what you do, someone's going to be upset about it. And hopefully that you and your girl are in a good enough place and our family supportive.
Your approach, everyone's offended by something?
Yeah, it's true. Everybody's offended by something, bro.
Yeah, but that's the angle you take with that issue.
It's true. Everybody's offended by something. As I said to him, I was like, you don't think they're offended by what you do for a living?
I'm not, yeah. All right, next leave that.
What?
Next one.
What am I supposed to say? No, I'm not going to say anything offensive no more?
You're on the ledge.
No, you can't.
Huh?
You're on the ledge right now, bro.
Hey. How you swan dive, Al?
This is Man on Wire. Y'all know?
Boy, out here, I love the ledge. That's my favorite place to be. Okay, next one.
Hey, what's going on, Flagrant 2? It's your boy.
Pause.
Why are you overly casual?
Pause. First of all, mad Hawaiian sounding. Hey, what's going on, brother? All right, go, hit it.
What's up, guys? So, I got a question for y'all.
I love that he's eating.
Is he Cantonese?
Sorry.
I love that he's eating.
I'm having a chicken wing.
With a fork.
Oh, and by the way, the flavor of this chicken wing. It's called Taco Bull. You better, check it out. Try it if you can. Anyways,
Motherfucker took some of his complexion when they did his eyebrows, bro. You see them wax off his skin tone?
Oh, actually,
Yo, son, look at between his
If
eyebrows.
y'all eating a chicken wing,
There's no question.
what's
here,
your
though.
favorite flavor?
Oh.
What flavor would you get? What's your go-to?
Shit, I go for that
I know
lemon
mine is
pepper,
the
bro.
Taco Bull. So let's go. Anyways, peace out, y'all.
Yo,
Yo, chicken wings, much like that sentence, got a little bit too much fat on them for me. So I try not to do it too much.
you know what? I don't go with chicken wings. I go with jerk your meat. That's what I go with, my boy. Shout out to my boy Lajon. You know what I mean? That's what I fucks with. That's what I fucks with. You don't want any fat? You can go get some jerk your meat chicken. They got that chicken as well. Okay, let's go with this guy
Taylor Sill, what is it?
on his way to shoot up an army base. Let's do it.
What's the name, Al? Can you see it?
Listen. Let's go. What does he got to say? Tejo.
Hey guys, it's Tejo Nike again. Just wanted to give you guys a life update. Got that new job at request of Akaash. Hopefully I can make him, my parents, and his parents hopefully proud.
G's
The
up.
new doctor status.
Hell yeah, let's fucking
Be
go!
the Surgeon General for the Army if you guys need it and can answer all your questions. For example, all herpes is herpes. You can get that anywhere. Now my question for you guys would be, who would be the first out of the group to get to 1 million on OnlyFans?
I have a question.
Oh, that's Mark, dog. There's no question. It's Mark.
Mark
I
got it,
subscribe,
bro.
be honest with you.
I give him $5 to see that cake.
Yeah.
I give him $5 to see that cake.
Yo, straight up,
I'm gonna
dog.
sell my bathwater, bro. I might have to.
You a thought, dog.
You thought he got ugly feet, but the rest of him built pretty nice, bro.
I got nice feet.
I knew. I just wanted.
How dare you?
Yo, Mark could get some money on OnlyFans. I'm not gonna
Right,
front.
bruh.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Mark hit that milli first. I'm being objective.
Yeah,
I'm taking ego out of it.
It's not even a question.
yeah.
Mark,
I think I would.
It's not even a question.
I'd have Miles produce it for me.
Even Al reluctantly gave it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mark got the cake, so
Come on, bro.
but Al, you don't think your dangling got some value?
nah, not like Mark's cake. Mark got cake.
Yeah,
You got more cake than you got dangling?
How would your silhouette challenge do? Would that shit go crazy?
Oh, I want to do one of those
it would
with
be
like
pretty nice.
with the red light behind it. Did I tell you one time I put on?
I would think
now
it was
you
a
get
bitch if
too gay
if you had your hair out,
You're taking it seriously, like we're
I'm on Good Morning America right now, bro. I'm on Good Morning America. I'm Colton, okay? But no, there was did I ever tell you when I had to put on like yoga pants for like a video sketch we were doing?
nah, you busted them shits open with that fat ass.
Probably it was weird. Like it was me and all these guys like hanging out. We're like, yeah, dude, it'll be funny. Like you put on the pants, we'll be joking around. It'll be so funny.
you started
and
jerking
then I
off.
put it on, and then as soon as I put it on, everyone was like real quiet. We're all like,
and then you just got hit in the chin with a cum rope.
yeah, dude. I got blasted by a fucking rope out of the air, dude. It's crazy.
So wait, what happened?
Now everyone was just real quiet. They were like, this is kind of weird. Like it was supposed to be funny, but now it's like
Sexual.
it's sexual. Yeah.
Yo, that's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You really got a thumper, dude.
Yeah.
You really got a fucking thumper. Okay, next one.
That's all the question.
Okay, Taylor question. Miles really wants Taylor's question to go. Go.
Taylor's question was, with Opener Up coming out, who would headline the Flagrant 2 music festival, and how many days would it go?
Okay. With Opener Up coming out, who would headline the Flagrant 2 music festival? Are we going to do all different types of music?
Yeah.
I think so.
We're opening it up.
Okay. I think that we definitely have to have a what is it when you make the person out of like lasers and lights and shit?
Hologram
of Prince Philip.
Fire.
I think we got to do Prince
Fire.
Philip hologram.
Stand-up show.
100%. Stand-up show, absolutely. But musically, who's headlining?
Do we do it on Epstein's Island? Reclaim it?
Of course. Of course. We have to reclaim Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. We can really Firefest, but we can do what Firefest should
I
have
think
been.
you could buy Epstein's Island on the low right now. Like,
you
if you want to
think?
own an
Yeah,
island?
distressed real estate, dude.
Yeah, dog. That shit is distressed.
I would have no problem owning that.
Okay.
I would.
It's probably a little haunted.
Why?
It's haunted, bro.
How?
I'm sure there's some little girls out there just, you know what I mean, floating around spirit wise.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah,
I'd still look at the opportunity and for sure, you know, think
Well,
about
then
it.
let's give them some good shit to look at. You know what I mean? They're just floating around with each other.
Flagrant Fest. Maybe we have a Flagrant Fest out there.
Yeah, you guys would have a problem like owning a piece of property where like some horrible thing happened there?
I think so.
We're in America. Like
I wouldn't live in it. I wouldn't like.
The
Yeah, but-
sale of the property is going to go to the victims fund. That's literally what's happening.
Oh, really? That's perfect. Boom. Let them get some money. Yeah, how many gots?
Yeah.
Shabba-da-ding.
How many gots always makes me laugh.
Yo, I'm
It's
just
so
saying,
fun and so
I would have
funny.
if I could
Yeah,
get it for a
how many
discount, if I could get anytime I can get real tape for a discount, then I'm okay with it.
You're
Like,
being mad Indian about things all the
son,
time.
I'm telling you this right now. If I could have gotten a place in New York for like a 40% discount, I would have thanked Wuhan. I would have sent a thank you note to Wuhan. Wait, where's my mask? Give me the mask that's underneath right there. Let me tell you something. If I would have got a no. There's just one specific one I need. If I would have got a 2,000 plus square foot like loft with outdoor space in New York City for a 40% discount because of coronavirus, I would wear this mask. I would wear this mask for oh fuck, did it break? Everything made in China.
Yeah, that looks like it ain't stopping no COVID.
Say what?
That looks like it's not stopping any COVID.
Oh yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could tell.
Fuck,
That's
it's
how
all
you know they did it
broken
on
and
purpose,
ripped.
man.
Shit.
Shoddy ass mask.
Somebody probably wore that shit.
So who would you have at the festival? R. Kelly?
R. Kelly.
Oh, great get.
Walker, whatever his name is.
Oh,
He's
Walker, Texas.
Walker, Texas Ranger. No, Walker Whalen Jr.
Whalen Jr.
What, Morgan
Gotta have
Whalen?
Morgan Whalen.
No, well him.
Yeah.
Walker.
Walker Wheeler Jr.
Walker Wheeler Jr. Wheeler Walker Jr.
That's not a real name.
I mean, it's not. Right.
But I want Trey Lewis. Dick down in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
fucked in Boston.
Yeah.
Anal in Austin.
Yeah, we'll get him for sure.
Yeah, gotta get him.
Hologram DMX.
Hologram
Fire, dog.
DMX.
Gotta be fire.
Yup, he got to perform with Colton. Colton got to say,
I show a little love to almost. You gotta change the lyrics and yeah, make them a little more progressive.
what else?
Those are the guys.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's the
MJ
headliner.
gotta go.
He's the headliner.
Yeah.
That's the headliner.
Michael Jackson got a headline.
Wade Robinson would be
Bitch.
dancing for him.
Yeah, we'd make both of his dancers do the dance with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wade Robson, and then
Marilyn
who's the other one?
Manson.
Clay, whatever his name is, Aiken. Who's the
Clay-
other guy that he raped?
I wouldn't want Marilyn Manson there just because he dated Rose McGowan in the first place.
And then
I don't
she might
mind.
come. It's a whole fucking.
I don't mind what he did to her. Just dating her. I mean, you're out. Like whatever, bro. Like think it through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Have some foresight.
That's fair.
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh,
so coming next summer.
All right. Well, look, guys. Flagrant Fest is going to come after we make Opener Up a fucking sensation. And by we, I mean you guys. It's up to you guys. So if you want to blow that shit up, go stream that motherfucker. Go play it on YouTube. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This has been Patreon. We'll see y'all Tuesday. We love you. We appreciate you. God bless.